You got it locked on Roadium Radio.
Hey Tony, drop that. What, please?
I bet. Dr. Dre in the place to be. Co-rockin' shit with my homeboy Steve. After Roadium, get stupid some. Yo, don't think that you can get none of Dre. The motherfucking doctor, the bitch hopper, the sucker motherfucking stopper. I'm fucked up, so don't mind what I'm saying. I'm just kicking it with Steve, Tony, A, and Susan. Yo, we be choosing dope shit to put in a mix. Know what I'm saying? We kick shit like and that's a fact. And if your shit ain't in a mix, you know it's whack. And that ain't no bullshit. I'm kicking facts on a serious tip. Word up, Dr. Dre's in full effect doing serious damage, boy.
Tony A. Tony A. When you're ready, go.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio, episode 108. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in on this Wednesday night. Once again, I got a couple of announcements before I introduce my special guest. But first of all, I want to thank my homegirl, Salvi Mommy, for blessing me with this shirt, Dia de los Muertos shirt. So I'm sporting it today and support her. So if you guys want to contact her or reach her for a dope shirt, hit her at Salvi Mommy on Instagram. Other than that, once again, I want to push those ads. We're going to start either promoting them at the end of this month or beginning of December, all depending on where we're going to start promoting these ads. And these ads are, if you have a business, you have a restaurant, if you have an album, and you want to promote it on Roadium Radio during our breaks, we are selling 1-minute ads. If you want to know a little bit more, go to DOCUMIXERY / I believe it's ads at documixery.com, or just go to our page and search it. You'll be able to see our prices are for those 1-minute ads. We've already sold a few, but we're trying to get a little bit more because we really want to push your guys' ads. Once again, if you got an album, whatever business, you could hit us up and we'll give you a good price. Right now, we actually got some good prices going. But other than that, now you may ask yourself, why would I want to buy an ad? First of all, monthly, we get between 250,000 or 500,000 views on Roadium Radio on all of our episodes. So I think it'll be good if you want to be wise and get yourself an ad to promote whatever you're doing. Other than that, the hard copies, the mixtapes, you can get at documixery.com. We got hats now, scanless hats, scanless beanies. We even got the it wouldn't be LA without Mexicans hats. Those are dope hats, okay? And if you don't buy one, you're not Mexican. That was a joke, okay? Other than that, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it with my very, very special guest. This is somebody that I've been knowing since he's been a kid. And let me tell you something. After you hear his story, you're probably going to say at first, who is this guy, okay? But after you hear this story, you're going to want to follow and support this guy. So without further ado, Tito Rodriguez, the Hood Santa.
Yeah, what up, Tony?
How you doing, brother?
Good, brother. Thanks for having me on.
Well, you know what? Thank you for coming. First of all, I want to ask you.
Yeah.
I know we met at the Vermont Swap Meet. Our families know each other.
Right. Yeah.
How old were you, if you remember?
Dude, I probably was like 6 years old, 7, 8.
Yeah.
My dad killed himself on Christmas Eve. I was 6. So my mom was the swap meet hustler after that, just like your mom was, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we're neighbors. Your mom and my mom were neighbors at the swap meet.
The swap meet. You got to sell the Pumas, the Adidas.
Vermont, Rhodium, Paramount, all the swap meets. Yeah. We had my mom was the first person to have Nikes in the swap meet, from what I understood.
Okay.
My mom was the first person to ever put Nikes in the swap meet.
Well, I mean, that's where I used to get all my shoes for school.
I remember, yeah.
The Pumas, the Adidas, whatever. But
did you get a deal?
Of course.
She hooked you up?
Yeah.
I remember your mom used to lace us up with shorts. Remember the shorts that had like the paisley patterns?
Yeah.
For summer, I remember, dude. I got pictures. Actually, I'm going to send you. I got a picture of me and Frank. Remember Frank, my little nephew?
Yeah.
Wearing your mom's shorts that she gave us.
Frank,
And
the chubby guy.
no. My little nephew, Blanca's, my sister Blanca's son.
Okay.
You know us Mexicans, bro. We got nephews that are almost the same age as you. You know, it's like
No, it's true.
Yeah,
It's
right?
true. Now, let me ask you this. Okay.
What up?
Laker fan?
I'm gonna be real. Not really, man.
Okay.
I'm a LeBron fan though.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was cheering for LeBron, and then I kind of got bummed because like all the Lakers last 2 years ago were Golden State fans, and they were against LeBron, and now that he's a Laker, they're all back. But I guess it's a team thing, right?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that's facts though. A lot
Yeah.
of people,
Yeah.
when it comes to teams. Dodger fan.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Football fan.
Raider fan.
Raider fan.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate it when people say the Raiders. But
Yeah, why your team's trash?
Trash.
Your team
Trash,
is
bro.
trash. Where's the trash can at? Pull the star out of there.
Dude, like, we're all like on our fourth string quarterback right now,
They
bro.
benched him, right?
Yeah.
What was his name? McFarley or something?
McDucci or
O'Doyle, the bully from
Dookie.
the Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
O'Doyle.
But you know what?
Yeah, dude.
It's all good, bro.
Yeah, you'll be back.
Let's not bring up the past. Jerry Jones ought to just fucking play,
Yeah,
You know.
I think it's karma for Jerry Jones, right?
Probably, bro. Probably. Oh, well, he had it coming. Anyways,
For sure.
how was your weekend, man? I
It
know
was
we're on
killer.
Wednesday.
It was killer. It was good. What did I do? I did what everybody did. Stayed at home,
Yeah,
Stayed at home. I think we went out and got something to eat. I've been changing the doors and windows at the house, kind of doing some upgrading at our house. This is much needed. So at the time that we have right now, that's what I've been doing, fixing the house. I'm sure you're doing that too, right?
Yeah. I mean, and I always stay busy. I always stay productive. I mean, a lot of times, even when like I may have a free day, I just make myself busy, bro. If I'm not at
Yeah,
the gym,
yeah.
which I am pretty much every day, but I have to drive all the way to Orange County because they haven't opened up the Alley County
Oh,
ones yet.
dang, you're committed.
Yeah, dude. So,
Why don't you just do some burpees in the backyard? Get a pit bull and have it chase you around the block.
or chase a chicken.
There you go. It works.
Yeah.
That's what they used to do in the old Mexican movies, right? The
Yeah.
wrestlers, like
Yeah.
Santos and Mil Máscaras. Remember
Yeah.
they would throw chicken. They were chasing around. Remember that?
Yeah,
My
that's
dad was a
true.
wrestler. You know that, right? My dad's name was Pancho Pantera.
Really?
Yeah.
My dad too was a wrestler, but he didn't ever go like professional.
No, my dad was
but
a
he
champ.
trained. Really?
Yeah, my dad was a champ in Mexico, Pancho Pantera. Look
Can
it
people
up.
still like Google?
Yeah,
it
I think so. I don't know if it'll pop up, but it was my uncle told me these stories. My dad. Obviously, my dad wasn't all there. I shared that he committed suicide on Christmas and all that. I got crazy memories like that they tell me. Like my dad headbutted a tree and the tree fell over. My dad pulled a Volkswagen like with a rope in his mouth, like crazy stuff. He was one of those kind of dudes. Obviously, he had a couple bolts loose, to be doing
Just
that
a couple.
Yeah, but who doesn't, I guess,
Right.
But yeah,
Any trick or treating?
nobody came, dude. Not one
No,
kid.
dude. Let me tell you, in my neighborhood, I'm not gonna lie to you. One time, I counted for several years. We would average about 400 kids
At your house?
at my house. At least 400 kids.
How many did you get this time?
None. Oh, one.
One?
Of course, but
Mexican kid?
I don't know. Probably around
Because we
here,
don't
yes.
follow the rules. I
course not.
told my wife, I'm like, go buy candy because Mexicans don't follow those rules.
Right.
They're gonna come out. You know what I mean? They're next door barbecuing, drinking beers right now. Like
Right.
that ain't gonna stop their kids.
Right.
And nobody came. Not one kid, dude.
Yeah.
So now I'm stuck with like 10 bags of Kit Kats, Reese's, and it's terrible because I'm diabetic.
Yeah, you should have brought them.
I should have.
If they would have bought a CD, would have just throw a couple of candies in there.
There you go. A bonus prize.
Hey, Tito.
What's up?
Where originally are you from, bro? Let the fans know.
Yeah. So I'm born and raised in Long Beach.
Okay.
I grew up on 15th Street, 15th Walnut, like a typical Mexican family. When we moved, we just moved up the street. Then I moved to 15th and Juanapero. So I just grew up on the east side of Long Beach my whole life till I was maybe, my son was 2 when we moved to Downey. We ended up moving to Downey. And that's because I had a little situation pop up,
Okay. But the majority of your childhood was Long Beach. Then.
Yeah. I was a little, I was a little break dancer kid from Long Beach, and
Right.
I was like the cute little breaker in the city kid, 8-year-old, 6, 7-year-old, whatever I was. They would get to break at all the gangster house parties. So that's how I kind of got a pass to walk around and be wherever I wanted. Nobody ever messed with me. I got to go through the Samoans hoods. I got to go through the Asian hoods, through the Mexican hoods, the black hoods, because at one point I was that cute little breakdancer kid that was breaking in their backyard, battling grown-ups, you know?
Right.
So
I'm sorry, but you didn't live too far from VIP Records.
no, I used to go to VIP Records all the time. I used to go in there and like everybody buy records, but even more than that, I would go into that studio they had back there when I started making music, you know? Yeah, I literally lived 10 minutes from there walking, you know?
What elementary, junior high, and high school did you go out there?
I went to Patrick Henry, I went to Whittier, that's elementaries. Junior high, I went to all of them. High school, I really didn't make it to high school. I went to 8th grade, to be completely honest. And then I just kind of ran around the streets, and then I got in trouble. I robbed the 7-Eleven 3 times in one night. And then when I got arrested, they found out I hadn't been to school for a few years. So I had to enroll and start like high school at almost like 18, you know? Wow. So yeah, so I had to like, and I had my chick, my wife at the time, I had to like do packets, like dummy packets, like mark box B if you think this color is red and it's red. You know, it's like, you know, simple dumb things, you know, that anybody could ace, you know? So I ended up getting straight A's as an 18-year-old in the 2nd grade classroom. You know, but yeah, dude. So yeah, I grew up in Long Beach my whole life. You know, breakdancing, skateboarding. I did some graffiti, like, you know, most typical kids from my era. You know,
Play any sports growing up?
I did. I played football at Long Beach Poly. Yeah, I was the only Mexican on all the black teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Long Beach Poly, for people that may not know, that may not live in California, is pretty much known as the school.
Yeah, we're the best. We got the most NFL athletes out of any school in the country.
Very, very true. I know in the mid-'80s, it was between Banning and Carson. Banning and Carson.
Yeah.
But over here, Long Beach Poly was monster.
Yeah.
Monster.
I don't know what it is right there. You know, it's in the terrible area. You know where it's at, you know. It's a gang, you know, ridden area. But there's something about that little area that produces athletes, killer athletes, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but you know, it's one of those schools that has that prestige in football, and especially football. And
you told me a story a long time ago. Maybe you care to share, to elaborate a little bit on it. Remember Coco?
Yeah,
He's from Wilmington.
Yeah.
Now, did you ever break dance against him?
Yeah. So like I said earlier, I was the little kid that was like the best breaker in Long Beach, like the little Mexican kid that was a 7-year-old kid breaking at all the OGs parties, right? So Coco's cousins were from Wilmington, but they moved behind us,
right,
to the house behind us, and they were saying, "Hey, you got to battle our little cousin, Coco. You got to battle our little cousin." So they brought him down, and we battled on the corner of 15th and Walnut, and he went first. I was so nervous, you know, it's Coco from the movie, you know. And you're like, my brother Raul was like my teacher, my sensei. He told me, put your karate pants on, back in the days where that was like the style of the breakers, right? Put your karate pants on. I was all scared. So he takes me to the corner, and then, you know, they have a little cardboard set up. Coco does some knee spins, and then I'm just kind of like, knee spins? Like, that was like amateur, you know, beginner stuff to me, you know? So I just did some windmills, handcuffs, nutcrackers, and he started crying. And then I was the victor, I guess. Yeah, he started crying on the spot. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, for people that may not know, Coco is pretty much what we called him on the street. I don't remember what name he had in the movie Breaking. Yeah. And I think he was in Breaking 2, or was he just in Breaking 2?
He's the kid that jumps out of the trash can.
Okay.
And he starts popping, you know?
Right.
But remember, I wasn't a popper. I was a B-boy. I was doing windmills, head spins, you know? Right. So how that happened is my brother was older, probably like your age, 50, 51, right? And he was going to clubs, and he ran into this dude named Baby New York.
Baby New York?
Yeah, Baby New York. Yeah. And he lived around the corner from us. And my brother found out that Baby New York lived by us. And he pretty much made a group with Baby New York, me, and Little Baby New York. And that's how I learned. So I was ahead because he was from New York. So when people were barely doing knee spins, I was already doing 1990s pretty much. Right. You know, so it was like I had a lot of experience when people were starting to learn how to do windmills. I was already doing handcuffs, nutcrackers, and, you know, the tough stuff that took years to learn, you know?
No, that was dope, because I remember even a group. Remember the Time Bandits?
Yeah.
They were from Long Beach, correct?
Yeah. They're still around.
Really?
Yeah, Poppin' Pierre and Gizmo. I seen a video the other day that Poppin' Pierre posted where he's popping. He still got it.
Yeah, he does.
It's one of those things. It's a rhythm thing, you know.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Is once you got, especially if you have it when you're little.
Yeah.
When you're taught, when you're taught certain movements, you listen to the music different. You hear stuff.
It never
different.
leaves you. Yeah.
No, it's impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
Wow, that's dope, man. Now,
Dude, do you remember this story when my brother? So here's a true story. I don't know if you were the DJ or if your brother was the DJ, but I remember you. When Mario, when you were DJing at a club in Long Beach, Grand Central Station,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
My brother Raul used to take me in there, and Mario and him were in cahoots to let me go in there and battle the grown-ups and beat the grown-ups. Do you remember that?
I remember seeing you at the club. I do.
Little kid in a grown-up club battling grown men,
Yeah.
and then after I guess I would win or whatever, I would lose, my brother would take me home and go back to the club.
Yeah.
And then he would tell me, tomorrow we got to work on your windmills. Dude, I would be black and blue in the back from doing windmills like all day long. My brother was like Sergeant Slaughter. You know?
Grand Central Station back then, man, if you didn't go there, that place was the shit, bro.
Yeah.
That place was the shit. I mean, and at one point it just became an all crip club, like especially when hip hop started like booming. Because at first we had the electric funk, they played funk and then electric funk, and then it just went straight to hip hop with It's Like That and a bunch of other shit. But it went straight like 21st.
I was on stage at the Fresh Festival.
Fresh Fest?
Yeah, I was on stage. I was one of the only people from California, pretty much breakers, that was allowed to go on there and break.
Now, for people that may not know what the Fresh Fest is, that was what Fat Boys,
Run
DMC,
DMC, Dougie Fresh, Curtis Blow. It was pretty much like the mecca of like breakdancing and the beginning of b-boying, hip hop, all that kind of stuff. And I got to witness it firsthand. Dude, I remember breaking at Shoreline Village and asking for money. You remember those days?
Why not? Everybody else did it.
Passing the cup around, and my cousins had a group, and I would pretty much raise money for all of us.
Right.
And then they would walk away with brand new stuff, and then once in a while they would throw me something. So my sister Liz was like, "Nah, that ain't happening no more. My little brother is the show. Like, you guys are taking all his money.
Right,
It's time for him to get something cool."
Yeah.
So here and there, I got some airbrush jackets. My cousin was the airbrusher.
That was the shit, because back then on the jeans, you get your names put on the jeans, on the jacket, everything, man. It was a dope. I wanted to ask you something. What type of music, even though I know, and I feel funny kind of asking you because I pretty much know your whole childhood, but I have to ask you for the fans' sake, what type of music would you say you grew up with at home? What would your mom play?
You know what, dude? I didn't really listen to what my mom played. It was more my sisters, and my brother Raul was really my biggest influence. My brother Raul was my ultimate, like, I would say, if I have a hero or idol, it would be my brother Raul. So my brother was like the hood mechanic. So he would play nothing but funk, Prince. I idolize Prince to this day.
Same here.
The only entertainer that I got like almost teary with when he passed away was Prince. Because that's what I grew up on,
Yeah.
I grew up on all that. I grew up on my brother thought he was Prince, bro. I walked into the room, bro, in the bathroom, and my brother literally had like a curl like Prince, and he was singing "I Will Die For You" in the mirror, bro. Like, I remember it like it was yesterday, So I grew up on like that kind of stuff.
That would have been a good TikTok video.
Yeah, back in the days, right?
Yeah.
So that of course, Parliament, of course, Zap.
Time.
Yeah, The Time, Rick James. To me, that's the best music,
That's
bro.
the best music, bro.
If you're a producer, now, then, tomorrow, back then, in the future, if you really want to see what production is and what it's based on, go right there.
That's it, right there, man.
Go right there, right?
Yeah. Dude, I remember when Prince came to Long Beach, when he dropped the Purple Rain album.
My brother went to that concert.
Yeah, I was there too. As a matter of fact, I saw your brother there.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact,
Alicia was there too.
after we left, that's when we kind of ran into it. We were kind of like walking, but that was the first, it was in the 80s.
Yeah.
We saw Prince, and we had nosebleeder seats, the kind of seats that they give you tissue.
He said it was with Rick James, no?
No. It was
Or The Time or somebody.
No, Sheila E. opened up for him.
That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that was my experience. That's one artist I wish I could have met.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
But didn't happen.
I almost got to see him at the Forum, bro. So we're all hyped up. We had tickets, me and my wife, right? We're like, yeah, we're gonna go see Prince. We're psyched, bro. We're at the Forum, and he canceled when we were in the parking lot.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Did you ever find out what happened?
No, he's Prince, bro. He can do whatever he wants. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, I'm over it. I'm out of here. I'll see when I play again. And we got refunded our money, and that was it. And he didn't play. He didn't come back to Cali and play ever again because we were like, damn, like we were so sad, you know, that we didn't get to see him play.
Wow. Okay. Let me ask you a question because I kind of want to jump into it. A lot of people may not know because of what you do now that you're a producer, or I don't know if you consider yourself were a producer, but just to kind of like give people a little teaser, name some of the groups or rappers that you actually produced for, and then I got some more questions for you.
Okay. You know, I got to work with Dub C, Mr. Graham, the Twins, Rappin' Forte, Nate Dogg, Trey D, Goldie, the East Siders. Gosh, there's so many. I don't really like remember like that, but you know, all of the West Coast legends, all the gangs, East Siders, you know, Sugar Free, Mossberg, rest in peace. There's a lot. Sick Jackin, my homie, Be Real, Little John, for the Raza, Kid Frost, Miss Crazy. Miss Crazy, I you know, I don't want to say I was her teacher, but I taught her a lot of stuff, you know, because I was so advanced and I seen how talented she was. I think it's our duty to teach, you know what I mean? It should be, you know. When you see somebody that you're like, whoa, if they just learn this little thing that I know, they can be somewhere else, right? So I always do that with people that I meet. The Mexicans, they almost got me to produce their whole album, but the timing was wrong. They came and we did a song, and then that was around the time when I was doing a lot of philanthropy in the city, and it was the timing was off. Like everything's about timing, right? Who else? You know, a bunch of the West Coast cats that are that became legends. You know,
it's important for me to share that because, like Steve Yano helped a lot of people. He passed away, and I believe that if we would have never did his DOCUMIXERY or this podcast named after his Swap Me Stand, the Roadium radio, his name would have probably died and nobody would have ever have remembered. So I think it's important that your legacy and your name live on because you also had a huge part in what we call this West Coast hip hop music. You know, and it's important that you get your flowers and your shine, and people recognize who you are, especially you being Raza, being Mexican, and in a room, you know, full of these West Coast icons, legends.
I would be in the studio. I would be the only Mexican in the studio with all blacks, all Crips. I would walk in, they would look right past me like I was a ghost until they find out I made the beat or something, you know? They'd be like, what's up, cuz? What's up, Lo? What up, cuz? And walk right past me. And then they'd be like, who made this beat, cuz? This is a slapper, Loke, or whatever, right? And they'd be like, they would look past me like I was obsolete.
Like you were Swiss cheese. They saw right through you.
And then Goldie, Trey D, Cocaine, somebody be like, the homie, cuz. And they would like, who? They'd be like, right here. And they would point at me, and then all of a sudden they'd be like, oh, what's up, bro? You're like, what's up, man? You know, I went through that for years.
Same here.
Yeah.
We're going to get into that, but I want to ask you something. What do you think it was that motivated you or inspired to start producing?
So, you know, I was a B-boy, right? And I love music. So one time my brother-in-law, Tito, came over with the cassette of a beat he made, right? He's like, check out this beat I made. And he had scratch it. He was going to Long Beach City College. And he showed me the beat. And I was like, this fool ain't funkier than me in my head, you know? He's my brother-in-law. He's cool. But in my head, I'm hearing stuff I could do to the beat already. I didn't even know what a beat was or how to make a beat. Because, you know, you hear Dr. Dre and you hear all this stuff. And you're like, that's tight, right? How they doing that? And then when somebody walks into your house and says, hey, look, I made one. And he play it for you. And you're like, well, how'd you do that? Well, you know, I go to school. They got this drum machine. And he bought a drum machine. 808 or something. I remember rolling something, right? And he comes to a party like the following weekend with it. And he's trying to show me like how he made a beat. Dude, I'd lost my mind. I couldn't stop thinking about it. It would take over my life. Like, that's all I could think about. I would wake up and, hey, Tito, you think we can make a beat like this? I would beatbox over the phone. You know, and he'd be like, yeah, I'm sure we can. But now that I go back, he's probably like, this little kid is nuts, you know? So the next day.
How old were you at this time?
I probably was like 17, 16.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, so it was like, he's showing me all this stuff, and he brings a beat over, and then he's like, make a beat. And he's like, well, how? So he pulls up drums, you know. He's like, oh, start with the drum.
Do you remember what he was using?
I think it was an 808.
Okay.
I think it was it was a Roland for sure. It was
Okay.
an older Roland, right? And, you know, he shows me the sound. And at first I didn't understand the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 2, 3, 4, right? I didn't
And
get
it's
all
all
that.
math.
Yeah, it is. People don't get that. It's all math, right? So I didn't know what I was doing because I was hearing all this stuff in my head. I wanted to do all that in one take.
Right.
I didn't understand that it was layers,
Right.
you know. So he's like, no, you gotta chill, one thing at a time. So once I learned that, it was like, dude, I was actually, I think I was like 16. I was taking the bus to Guitar Center to fill out credit applications to get a drum machine. that's how immature.
How did that work out for you?
It didn't work. I would go in and play all the keyboards and be like, hey, bro, I want to get this drum machine. And be like, here's the credit application. Like this damn little kid. You know?
Right.
He's back. I would go there like twice a week probably, bro. To
Really?
the one that was right here in Hawthorne or Lawndale on the across the street from the mall right there.
Okay.
I would go in there, bro.
What was your first drum machine you ever got?
It was a little Roland.
Okay.
I don't remember the name. It was a little Roland, and Tito also had it. And I mastered that machine, bro, in like a week. Where Tito was calling me, and he had it for months.
Right, because you were hungry. You had a passion for it.
Well, yeah, I was just hearing stuff. Yeah, I was just hearing stuff like, I would go reference and be like, what is that? And how come it's going backwards? Like,
Right.
how do you do all that? Like, reverse the hi-hats. And how do I slow it down? Like, I really got into it. And I think that's why I passed everybody up. Because there was other people that I was producing with that I was leaving in the dust, bro.
Right.
Leaving in the dust. That when I would go into these studio sessions, it wasn't just me submitting beats. It was 10 people that had beats. And they'd be like, nah, go to Nuts. Let's see what Nut,
Right,
you know,
right.
and you know, they ended up calling me Rip Woofer after a while because I was making slappers. I caught a woofer on fire. Like my whole thing was like, I knew from funk and I knew from those days that everything was drum and bass driven. I knew that. What are you listening to?
Right.
Kick, snare, clap, right?
Yeah.
And a bass line. And then here and there, the gang, whatever, right?
Right.
So I knew that. I knew that after making beats for like 3-4 weeks. Like I caught onto that. Like I would go back and be like, how did they, where did they get that from? And how come that's stacking with the drum at the same time? Boom, 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 boom. How did they do that?
Right,
So
right.
I started doing all that. I started getting into the drum machine and saying, okay, I needed to tune this kick because right now it just sounds like a Madonna kick. Boom,
Yeah.
boom. And in the hood, that don't work.
No.
The popcorn from the ceiling, or when you leave, your heart's gotta hurt, or your shirt's gotta be moving when
Yeah.
the beat's playing. If not, they're gonna say next. I caught onto that quick, so that helped me advance fast into the.
Well, you had the
producing
ear
world.
to the street.
Yeah.
You knew what the streets wanted to hear. You know, you just couldn't get a kick that sounded like you got a tennis shoe to a wall.
Yeah.
You know, that shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
That
I
mu-
hated Roland for that. Like shout out to Roland now, but you know, I got hired by Roland. I became a master on the MPC where they made a machine called MV8000. Okay, it was supposed to take out the MPC, which is the MPC is the king of it all. There's
Yeah.
nothing touching that. So in hip hop, the hip hop producer era, there was a time where MPC was king.
Right.
Everybody who was making bangers, who was making music that was on the Dre would have 6 MPCs tied together.
Yeah.
Fred Wreck would have them. Battle Cat, it was all MPCs. You know why? Because that machine, you could detune stuff.
Right.
You could make a kick go from boom to boom, boom. And if you wanted to go even deeper, you could make it go boom, boom. And they didn't have any of that.
Right.
So when I learned how to master all that, they hired me. Roland hired me. They hired me. I want to say they hired Quick. They hired Will.i.am. And they hired, I think, Ninth Wonder or somebody like that to make the Roland MV8000 similar. They came to my house. The owner of Roland flew from Japan, little Japanese man, with a Roland mug, like a tea. I guess that's respect over there, right? I'm thinking, man, you need to break bread. What am I doing with this tea?
Right.
You know?
Right.
So he walks into my studio and he's like, you're producing for Snoop Dogg? You're producing for, for these West Coast legends, East Siders? Like, they told him all the stuff. Like, and this was all charts, millions of records sold. I got platinum plaques, I got gold plaques. He's like, you're producing for them? Like, you don't have one rolling piece? And I told him, I had to be honest with him. I'm like, your guys' stuff is whack. Like, there's nothing dirty about it. Like, we, in the hood, the more bass, the more it doesn't sound like it's a kick, the more we're going to love it.
Right.
And, well, what do? I said, well, I sample this kick from Rick James, whatever. Boom. And I'm like, it's already dirty because of the record sound.
Right.
It's already nice because it's going through $1 million mixing board. How do I make that even bigger? So I showed them, and they were tripping out that they didn't even understand that game. So they had me make a patch for them of all my drums, detuned them, and they created a machine, an MV8000. They gave me one, and then they gave me like no money. It was all, hey, these are state-of-the-art equipment, new rolling stuff. So I had like all the XV 5080 modules before anybody, and they were cool, but it wasn't.
I was going to say, how did you like it?
It was okay. They just didn't get it. You know what I mean? They didn't get it. You know, my production view of it was like, I go back to what I said, the funk sound, the bass lines, the kicks, the claps. And one thing that I can share, if there is producers watching and all that, is the heartbeat to all of it is the drum.
Yeah.
If your drum is whack, you could be the best keyboardist in the world.
Right.
If your drums ain't hitting, if your drums don't feel like they're gonna rip your 6x9s out, start over. You know, and I'm not being a jerk. I'm just being being
real.
This is experience. You know, we're talking about. So I would get David Salas.
Of course.
Yeah. So Jimmy, you had Jimmy on a couple weeks. Jimmy used to hire him to do stuff for several of the groups, and his groups used to pass by my studio, and they used to be like, "Dude, can you replace David's drums, bro? Please?" Like and I'd be like, "I can't, bro. Like, it's a feeling of stuff. Like I don't know if I can make drums like that. You know, well, can you give them your drums?" I'd be like, "Yeah." I would give them disc, and then they would bring it back, and I'd be like, "You don't understand, bro. I'm stacking 14 808s, bro. I'm not just using one 808.
Right.
I'm stacking 14 808s. 7 of them are going backwards. One of them is detuned. One of them is sped up, right? And then I'm dropping an anvil on top of a hand clap, a gunshot really low behind it, a rim shot. Like it's just a it's a puzzle in your head.
Yeah, it is.
Know?
It's a feeling. You just can't give it away either.
Yeah.
So, but listen, we're gonna go ahead and press pause right there.
Sure.
We're gonna go take a 10-minute break. We're gonna come back, and I want to ask you a couple of more questions. So once again, everybody. 10-minute break. We're going to come right back. Make sure you guys go to DOCUMIXERY.com, look up the ads, buy an ad, a 1-minute ad to promote your business, to promote your music, to promote your album, to promote yourself until it pays off. So we'll be back 10 minutes. Make sure you guys come back.
What it do, it's Mr. Little One chilling on Roadium Radio with the one and only Tony A and John motherfucking Elkin, boy.
Hey, what up? It's your boy, Mr. Shadow. You're watching Roadium Radio with my homeboy, Tony A, the Wizard. You know what time it is.
Yeah, what up? This is Mr. Night Owl, and you're listening to Roadium Radio with the legendary Tony A, the motherfucking Wizard.
Yo, what's cracking? Nosotros somos Aquid. Y estamos aquí con Tony A, the Wizard. You know Roadium Radio, damn it. You know what it is.
Yo, what up? This is Mellow Man Ace and Padrino, and you tuned in to Roadium Radio with my man Tony A. Keep it locked.
Yo, what's cracking? It's your boy OG Arabian Prince from the world's most dangerous group, NWA. Sitting here with my boy Tony A, the Wizard on Roadium Radio.
What's up, everybody? It's your homegirl Magic Girl, and you are now listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard.
Yo, what's up? This is Bozo, aka Emiliano. You tune into Roadium Radio on Tony Vision's YouTube channel. Let's get it.
What up? It's Mr. Soto. You guys are now in tune to Roadium Radio right here on Tony Vision on YouTube. Yep.
Check it out. This is MC Pancho on the MIC. Shout out to Tony A, the Wizard, Roadium Radio. You already know.
What up? This is DJ Trick, Spanish Fly, and you're watching Tony A on the Roadium Radio Show.
Big G, Roadium Radio, Tony A in full effect. Stay tuned, watch, listen. That's how we doing it over here.
Yo, what up? I'm out here. It's Big Daddy Swoles. I'm jamming with my man, Tony A, the Wizard, out here on Roadium Radio. The podcast is off the hook. Check us out.
This is DJ Clientele, and you are listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard. Yeah, this baby Bounce here with Tony A, the Wizard. You are now tuned in to the Roadium Radio. We do it for the people. You hear me?
Mic check. Ernie G from Proper Dos, and I'm listening to Tony A, the motherfucking Wizard, on Roadium Radio. And if you don't know, you should know.
What's up, everybody? This is Soren Baker. I'm the author of the book, The History of Gangster Rap, in stores now worldwide. And you're listening to Roadium Radio, hosted by Tony A. Make sure to check it out. We talk about the Roadium Mixtapes. We're here. Soren Baker, Roadium Radio.
Y'all, this is Greedy Greg, and I'm chilling with Tony the Wizard on Roadium Radio.
Hey, this is Swifty Blue. I'm right here at Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard. Stay tuned. It's the KAS here live on Roadium Radio with the one and only Tony A the Wizard.
What up, y'all? This is Kiki Smooth, the first Mexican rapper out of Compton, rich and ruthless, and you're listening to the Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Grand Wizard, El Mago himself. Hey, Compton's in the house.
What's up? It's Quete Yes Guy with my Harbor Ottawa homeboy Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Yes Guy.
Hey, what's up, gente? It's your homeboy Duende. You're tuned into Roadium Radio with my homeboy Tony A the Wizard. Ya te la sabes, wey.
What up? It's your boy Baldachi the Beast, Afro Music, face of LA, right here at Roadium Radio. Make sure y'all tune in. Your boy Tony A the Wizard.
This is Kelvin Anderson, owner of the world famous VIP Records, and you listen to my man Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio.
Yeah, what up? It's Lil Black, you the brown super baller, and you checking out Roadium Radio with the homeboy Tony A the Wizard.
Yo, what's cracking? It's your boy OG Big Wicked, Real Ones Apparel, Orange County. Out here with my boy Tony A the Wizard, Roadium Radio. So make sure to peep it. Peace.
Que tranza raza, aquí su servidor, Sinful and Pecador, and you listening to Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A the Wizard.
Check, what's up? It's your boy Capital I Man from the Mexican Crew, and you're tuning into Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A the Wizard. Motherfucker's a legend. Bow!
What's up, y'all? This is Chris the Glove, and you're watching the Roadium Radio Show on Tony Vision on YouTube.
What's up? This is Mr. D on Roadium Radio, kicking back with the homeboy Tony A.
Yo, this is Fancy the Boss. Tune in on YouTube at Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard.
What's up? This is Leah Farsayer, aka the Dragon, the Serpent, the Spear. I'm on Roadium Radio with my boy Tony the Wizard.
Hey man, Nick V and Eric V, the Baker Boys in the house, hanging out with Roadium Radio and the one and only Tony the Wizard.
Tony the Wizard, aka Kylo Ren, right here on YouTube, Sundays and Wednesdays.
Tony Vision, subscribe now.
Tony Vision, yeah.
Boys, big baby.
What's good with it? This old creep, aka Jay Stompanato. I'm putting it down for Orange County on the Roadium Radio Show by West Coast legend DJ Tony A. We up and out this bitch.
What's up with it, dog? It's West Coast Gilly on Roadium Radio with the legend Tony A the Wizard on Tony Vision. You know what it is, West Coast to the fullest. Believe that.
What's up, everybody? This is Stefan Ori. You're listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Doughboy Tony. You tuned into Roadium Radio with West Coast legend Tony A the Wizard.
What up? It's your boy Lottie the G, straight out of Santa Ana, CA, and we're right here live in the mix with the West Coast legend Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio, Tony Vision on YouTube.
Yo, what's up, world? This is Cool 187, above the law in the building, and you tuned into Roadium Radio with my man Tony A the Wizard. Blah!
What's up? This is Darren Vegas. You're on Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard. Real West Coast hip hop history right here.
Yo, what up? Sleepy Malo in the house, here at the Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A the Wizard, giving us our voice back. One of the realest motherfuckers I know.
What's up, homie? Show me Frankie Quinones, aka Creeper from Cholo T, and you're listening to Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio. That's what's up right there.
Hey, yo, what's up, man? It's Scooter the Savage. I'm right here with Tony A the Wizard, Roadium Radio. Everybody stay tuned, man. It's a motherfucking hit.
Yo, shout out to Roadium Radio, Tony A the Wizard, your boy Pablo Nunez right here in the studio. Be about it, people.
¿Qué onda, muchacho? Ahí viene este miro. King with the Black Chicken and Negrito de Los Angelitos, and you're checking out that Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard.
¿Qué hubo, Raza? This is Wicked from the Brown Side here on Roadium Radio with Tony A the Wizard. You know.
What up? It's your homeboy Infinite TGM, chilling with Tony A the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Make sure you guys go check that out.
What up, everybody? This is Wicked Baby Doll, and I'm chilling with Tony A at Roadium Radio. Check it out. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube and follow him on Instagram.
What's good? What's good? It's your boy Spanky Loco, and you tuning in to Roadium Radio with that motherfucking legend, Mr. Tony A. You know what time it is, West.
Hey, what up? This is Rebello the Dawn.
And this Dominator.
And we came straight from the 805 ready to slap that motherfucking meat on your grill, bitch.
Roadium Radio, Central Coast Click.
What up?
What up with it? This your boy OG Magoo, Los Angeles airbrush artist, big chillin' on site with the homie Tony the Wizard on Roadium Radio. All gas, no brakes. Let's get it.
Man, you're now listening to LA Icon, man. Right here live with Tony A, the motherfucking Wizard on Roadium Radio.
What's up, what's up? This is Esadaz, the Spanish Fly, with that reintroduction right here on Roadium Radio with my boy, the Wizard, Tony A.
Yeah, what up? It's Spanish Fly MC, Big MOC, Mr. Mokes MC, on the Roadium Radio Show, baby, with Tony A, the Grand Wizard. Let's go.
Johnny D from Spanish Fly on Roadium Radio. Your one and only Theo with the giant Cheeto.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Trish Toledo, and I'm over here with Tony A, John motherfucking ELKINS, and DG Media at Roadium Radio. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday and Sunday at 7 p.m.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Blanca. Bobby D presents Uncle Snoop's Army. Chilling right here at Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard. Make sure you tune in Wednesdays and Sundays at 7 p.m. on YouTube.
What up, West Coast and all hip-hop fans? This is your girl, Violet Brown, and I'm here with Tony A, the Wizard.
Yo, this is Daniel Jones, the D to the motherfucking G Media Clips. Here with your boy, Tony A, the Wizard on the Roadium Radio Show.
Check, 1 2 1 2. This is Roger Live, and you are in tune to the sounds of Tony A, the Wizard on Roadium Radio, West Coast.
Yo, what's up? This is John motherfucking Elkins, and you're tuned into Roadium Radio with my homeboy, DJ Tony A, the Wizard.
Yo, call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch. Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio episode 108. And you know when Roadium Radio's popping, the pennies are dropping. You know damn well they are. We're going to go ahead and jump butt naked right back into it with Tito Rodriguez. How you doing? The Hood Santa.
Mm-hmm. Good, bro.
Now, we were talking earlier how your first drum machine was a Roland, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Then you started working for Roland, etc.
Yeah, I helped them make a MV8000. They wanted to know why the MPC was killing everybody.
Okay.
Instruments.
So now, from your Roland, what drum machine came next? Was it the MPC?
Yeah, I got an MPC 3000.
Okay.
And then I got a 2000, and then I got a 60. Out of all of them, I like the 3000 the best.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just, I don't know, something about the sample engine in there, the converter or something, just makes everything sound so much bigger and warmer. You know?
Right. Okay. Now, from there, what was your feedback when you started showing people your beats? Like, for an example, let's just say
I was a legend in the hood.
Right.
Once I did all the Snoop stuff and all that.
Right.
And
No, but what I'm trying to start from the very beginning is like, so you got your MPC, you got your drums. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you hadn't started with Snoop in them.
No, I started with Goldie. Okay. So it was me and Goldie.
Okay. How did you meet him?
I grew up with Goldie. Goldie was my next door neighbor.
Okay.
So I grew up with Goldie my whole life, right? So, you know, he became a Crip and I was a skater, you know, B-boy, all that. So, you know, growing up together, then I moved and later on we ran into each other and he told me, oh, I'm rapping. I said, oh, I'm making beats. So then it's come to the house. So we had a dream together, right?
Right.
To make it together, and I started producing for him. And then we started making music. And then Goldie got signed to a label called OGs to Wall Street. It was like an OG some OG from Main Street Crib who had a bunch of dope money. Because back in those days, all the record labels and producers and rappers were getting funded by dope dealers. You remember those days?
Yeah, absolutely.
Early 2000, right? So he had signed to them, and then he had also signed the Dub Shack. He had also signed Snoop's little brother, Being Pretty Tony. And so I was producing for all of them. I was in remember this Studio Audio X in Burbank?
Right.
Paramount Studios. I was in those studios producing for them.
But you're jumping a little too ahead.
Okay. Slow down.
I love you. I love your history. I love everything you're sharing me. But here's my thing. What I like people to know is that. So you play some beats for Goldie.
Yeah.
What was his response? Then?
Oh, he loved it. He loved it. We didn't know what we were doing, Tony, to be completely honest.
Right. See,
we didn't.
These are the stories that I like.
So Goldie would come over. Hey, cuz. Hey, Lo. Hey, Nut. Make me a beat, And I would make, dude, one of our first songs that I learned how to sample was Cameo Strange.
Okay.
She's strange. So we did a song called Five Dubs, 520 Slide. It was talking about Danes in the tires, 520s. Right. And that was our very first song that we actually did. Was like, bro, we got a song, like a real song, you know?
Right.
It was just a 4-bar loop,
Right.
Doom, 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 doom.
Okay.
Over and over. So, then Goldie rapped, right?
Right.
And then it just kind of circulated through the neighborhood.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for. What was the response that you got?
Oh, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Okay.
It was crazy because, to be honest, I was just making beats, but I was hanging out with all the Crips pretty much, all Goldie's neighborhood, and they loved it. They loved it. They loved the whole sound and everything we were doing. So then from there we kind of knew like, hey, we got something.
Right.
And then we just kept growing. We kept making more music. And at that time, dude, I was selling beats probably for like $30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because somebody wanted to give me $30 for a beat that I made in like 10 minutes. To me, that was gold. Like,
right.
I'm a poor little kid from the hood, right?
And these are the stories that I find so fascinating because once again, I was making mixtapes for $200.
Yeah.
And people are making, and Steve was making a killer off. I didn't know. I didn't care.
Yeah.
But these are the stories that make us.
Yeah.
So from there, you go on to, you're doing beats for Goldie, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when did your first, if you will, good paying gig come up?
So, obviously, the Snoop paycheck, my very first music paycheck I ever got was $198,000. Very first time I ever got a music check. I was like, here you go, sir. I opened it up and I damn near shitted myself. You know what I mean? I was like, what?
Right.
Like from beats? Like, yeah, but I had the Snoop, all the Snoop stuff. I had the stuff on the Porno, the Hustler. I had all the East Siders records I did. I had the Nate Dogg. I had the cocaine stuff, all that stuff. It was accumulating. But the part that was whack was that I was like, nobody knew who I was.
Right.
Because I was a Mexican kid.
Right.
And they didn't want a Mexican kid to get no shine.
Okay, let's back up there. So you're doing this, your name is circulating around the neighborhood. You got your first check. Mm-hmm. How did you end up meeting Snoop where you ended up working for him?
So it happened through Goldie. Goldie, going back to what I said, he got signed to a label where Snoop's brother was also signed. And Goldie and Snoop are from 20s, of same neighborhood in Long Beach, right? So, and remember at that time, Snoop nobody was really, he was on No Limit.
Right.
He was rapping on, what was the name of those producers? Dog Pound Beats or something, was all that No Limit stuff, So
this is when he was already with Master P.
Yeah, when Master P took him from the death row grip, right? And kind of saved his life or whatever. So he needed like, the way I say it, he needed like some G's on his side to kind of bring him back. So then he formed that group with Trey D, which was an OG in Long Beach, and he was also around from the Death Row days, and all that kind of stuff. And he created that group. So when I was producing for Goldie, Snoop's brother was Goldie was taking the records that we were doing and playing them for Snoop and acting like he was doing them.
Okay.
And then Snoop's brother was like, nah, it's a little Mexican kid making all those beats.
Right. Okay.
The little Mexican kid is doing all those beats. So it was a trip because it was all good until I wanted my credit. As soon as I wanted my credit, they blackballed me. Snoop told me to my face, hey, cuz, anybody sues me, they ain't never gonna be nothing in this game.
Right.
And at that time, I was so far into the game, and I had records on all kind of stuff, and I had the same lawyer as Tupac. I didn't care. I was like, whatever, you know. It was like, oh, it's all good. And back in those days, you could get blackballed. Nowadays, you can, which is cool. I love that people can now go out and try to blackball me. Good luck.
Right.
You know, back in our days, you know that. Disney, you were signed to Disney, right?
Yeah.
Disney could say, hey, we don't want to hear Tony A ever again.
Right.
And they have the outlets to everything.
Exactly.
You're nothing no more. So they did that to me. But when they did that to me, my name in the hood and all the dope dealers that knew that I was doing that, bro, I was making like 10 grand a week for like 6 years. Make me a beat like that one, cuz. Here you go. You know,
Right.
I was selling them all over the place, bro.
See, and now back then, that's when they were paying money. Today,
Yeah, it was all dope dealers, really.
Yeah.
To be
Today,
honest.
dudes are paying $25, $30 a beat, bro. Like,
Yeah.
And so people still ask me, like, why aren't you producing? That's why.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
The
bro.
most I ever got for a beat was 19 grand. One beat. And then the next day, the dope dealer went to jail. And they called me to get the money back. I said, "Oh, that money's gone. I
Right,
smoked that."
Right.
It was Tongue and Crips from Long Beach.
Okay.
True story. They paid me. You know Jay Boog, the singer Jay Boog?
No, I don't remember.
Nice to know ya. Let's do it again.
Okay.
He's the biggest reggae singer right now. Okay. He used to be a rapper. His name was he was in a group called Ghetto and Gutter.
Okay.
It was Jay Boog. His name was what was his rap? I don't even remember his rapper name. His name was Jerry. Back then, he's from Compton, and he was in a group with two Tungans. One of them's name's Desperado. He had like a Nate Dogg voice, like hold up, wait. So they kind of were trying to do that, right? So they came over with the dude that had the money, and they said, "Hey, we want some beats like the East Sider beats." I said, "Oh, all day. What do you want?" "Well, I want 20 racks." "Oh, you tripping?" "No, I'm not." "You want that? This is what it's gonna cost, you know?" Yeah. "Okay, we'll make us 2 beats." So I made 2 beats on the spot. And sure enough, bro, true story. When we got done, all right, follow me to the house. I went to a house in North Long Beach. There was no floor. It was like a room like this with bricks like that, and it was a dirt floor. And they had they had bread across the whole floor, like stacked some money, just. And I was like, damn, I should have charged this fool 100,000.
Right.
I would have known this was here, you know.
Right.
So yeah, he paid me, and then I don't know if it was the next day, but like a couple of days later. He had somebody that was taking drugs to Hawaii, and he had like a pilot in on it with him. So he was just like giving the pilot the dope, and then boop, later, and then they ended up catching him. And he's still in there. This was what, 15 years ago. I'm
Damn.
44. I'll be 44 Saturday, bro.
Damn.
Oh man.
Happy
Yeah, I
birthday.
worked with Fiji, Little John, like people, after I stopped, I kind of left because I started kind of getting mad, not I don't want to say like mad, but I started feeling like race has a lot to do with it,
That's what I want to touch on. So let me ask the question, because I know you somewhat already touched on it.
Mm-hmm.
We both know that hip hop is a black industry, or predominantly black industry.
Mm-hmm.
Now, somebody asked me this years ago, and they didn't like my answer.
Mm-hmm.
They asked me, did you ever face any racial tension, any racial discrimination when you were in the studio with black artists? Well, you're pretty much the only, if you will, white guy, Mexican guy in the studio. So my question to you is, did you ever feel that?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. I got past, they didn't even ever shake my hand till the artist said, "Hey, this is the homie Nut. He made the beat."
Right.
Like, every time. One time, here's a true story. One time, C-Night from the Dub Shack tried to trip on me because local, Crips and essays, they don't get along anywhere. But in Long Beach, they don't get along either. So I guess he got stabbed. We were in Audio X in Burbank. And I was in there working on something for Goldie or something. And he came in there and he was like, "What you doing in here, cuz?" He like tripped on me. And Goldie's brother, who was a big dude, rest in peace now, stopped it. Was like, "You're tripping, bro. Like, what you tripping on him for? Like, you don't got nothing to do with it. We don't, what's he in here doing?" Pretty much like, he's Mexican, right? What's he in here doing? So they made him leave because, I was in there working, and, but yeah, that's just one. But, just think, like going back to my story, like Goldie was claiming that he was me.
Really?
Pretty much. If you go back to those records, they say produced by Goldie. He didn't produce them. I produced them all.
No. I mean,
and that has to do. Goldie's a Crip. And he's riding with Crips, with Snoop and them, right? At the time, like I could say, at that time in the early 2000s, gangs are forever. We know that it's active still to this day. Early 80s, people from the 80s are going to say, oh, it was the craziest. People from the 90s say, oh, it was the craziest. People from the 2000s say, oh, it was craziest, right? Right now, those are crazy. And back in those days, they were going at it. They were going at it like they still are today. And, dude, I would literally be in a room, be me and 20 Crips. I'll be bagging on all of them, be me against all of them, But since, I grew up there, I had a pass. And since I was that little breakdancer kid that was known throughout the city for breakdancing, right. And I was a little kid breaking in all the OGs' backyards, they never tripped on me, took it to that next level ever. Right. But did they want me to get shine for something that they were supposed to be better than me at? I don't think so.
And I'm glad you're bringing that up because I know... I experienced that too. Mm-hmm. When it came to my DJing, when it came to making mixtapes, when it came to my production, just a lot of things. Like for an example, I did the DOCUMIXERY in remembrance of Steve Yano. And we showed it, I won't give too much details, but we showed it to a college. And the questions that they had for me, believe it or not, they were trying to discredit me. Because
of course.
I think they saw that it was so good. There's no way you could have done that.
I feel you.
I feel you. And I saw that, and I was thinking to myself, wow, they were even questioning the authenticity of the history of the documentary.
Yeah.
And I said, don't you see who's in there? Arabian Prince, Violet Brown, Lonzo. Don't you see that these people,
Yeah, respect you.
And they're in it, saying it, but you're questioning me, like
still.
Yeah. But yeah, so I get it.
That happened to me when I was suing Snoop. His attorney told me, "You really make these beats." In other words, right? I'm like, yeah. Like, doesn't my Library of Congress patent say that?
Right.
Doesn't the SR form say Francisco Rodriguez on there? That's me.
Right.
Don't get no more Mexican than that, right?
Right.
And then he was like, so if we mimic a situation where you have to recreate this, can you? I said, oh man, I'll make 20 bangers in front of the judge. Tell me when. I told them.
They were pretty much saying
that they didn't believe it.
If we bring a drum machine, you can do it right here in front of us. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. And I told them, I said, I could do it right now. I'll beatbox it for you.
And they knew it. They knew it.
Yeah. So dude, I at that time I didn't really care. Put it like this, I was suing Snoop and I was still going to his house. I didn't care, bro. Because there was a rumor that they wanted to get me. I went over there with a gun. Like, oh, who's looking for me? Because we're all young at the time, and I never been a pushover. I'm a nice guy, but when you start threatening me, that I got to stand up for myself too.
Yeah.
I went over there and they couldn't believe it. That he was like what?
Yeah.
This dude's already with a gun.
Right.
I said, well, the rumor is that you guys are looking for me, so I'm right here. And you're young, you're dumb, and at the same time, you want to make sure that they know, like, hey, I'm serious too.
Right.
I've been cool, and I've been waiting, and I've been getting promised my money for years now. Like, it's time to pay up.
No, this is not necessarily about Snoop, but this is just about big name artists in general. This is what they do, and maybe you can agree or maybe you cannot agree, because this is what I think they were trying to do to you. Say I'm I'm the hottest rapper out right now, whatever my name is, okay? And I get you to do a beat. You're a no-name, at least to me.
Right.
But your beats are fucking banging. So I take your beats and we make hits together. They're across the world, selling millions of dollars, okay? And now it's time for me to pay you. Here's what a lot of rappers do today. Well, the exposure that you got, that's your pay.
Well, Snoop tried to tell me that to my face. He was like, Nut, I could have called Dre. I said, well, you didn't. Right?
Yeah.
I could have, should have, would have, but you didn't. And, dude, we had him come to the deposition. Like we had my attorney question him, like, where'd you get this beat from? Like, that's how serious it was.
And did he answer?
He said, yeah, Goldie. Goldie brought it up, and we rapped on it, and we thought, it was Goldie's. And Now I'm finding out Goldie was lying. You know, that kind of thing. But yeah, so pretty much to like some, you know, go back to what you're saying about the money part. It's kind of like this. Like I did the math at, you know, at that time. It's like, okay, cool, I got a big check. But in all reality, that would have been my check if I would have got treated right, without them taking, you know, their 99% and giving me 1 point. If I would have got treated like an artist or a producer, somebody with the name that I should have had already that they didn't want me to get, I would have got that money. So it wasn't like I won. You know what I mean? It was like I got my fair shake.
You got what? Is it safe to say you got what you had coming?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Now,
you know who helped me get my money was Black Tone. Shout out to Black Tone.
Tony Lane.
Tony Lane's my boy. Tony Lane told me, man, they're gonna take forever to pay you, and they were laughing at my face. Ha ha ha. And he was like, you want me to help you? I said, nah, Tom, I'm gonna just do this like this. You know, I don't want no problems. It's all good, you know?
Right.
And then he said, I went and his attorneys laughed in my face. So I said, man, I'm gonna go see Tone. I went and he was like, I told you I'll get your money. I'll just share it, who cares? So we have like an arrangement between attorneys, right? Snoop's attorneys, Michael Hayes, he was a punk, bro. He was a scumbag attorney. Maybe I'm saying too much, but no. I'll tell you what happened. So we set the meeting up, and you know they're like, Mr. Rodriguez, you know, okay, you know, we found out that this, and this. They're still playing games, and Black Tone's like, who are you? He's like, oh, I'm Michael Hayes, and he's like, who are you? He's like, my name's Black Tone, Tony Lane. I'm CEO of Shepherd Lane Records. Mr. Rodriguez, Francisco Rodriguez, that's my new artist, bro. They shit their pants, bro.
Changed everything.
Changed the game, bro. That's all it took. They said, oh, time out. Can we go off the record? This is a true story. Time out. Go off the record. Craig Marshall was Priorities. He became head of Interscope.
Right.
But at the time, he was head of Priority.
Yes.
Their attorney, Craig Marshall. You know him?
No.
So dude gets up and he's like, hey. He like gets Snoop's other attorneys, the dudes that were acting. He's like, hey, guys, hold on. And he's like... He like pulls us out. He's like, hey, Mr. Lane, like completely changed, bro. He's like, hey, you know, we just did the song with Roscoe because they had signed Roscoe.
Right.
And Sugar Free. And he's like, yeah, where's my fucking money at? Sorry. Where's my money at? You know, he's like, yeah, where's my money you owe me? And he's like, oh, we'll have a cut tomorrow. We'll have a check cut to you in 24 hours or something like that. It was like that, bro. It was like,
wow,
instantly. Like dang, like, you know?
Yeah.
And so he was like, and Mr. Rodriguez, give us 48 hours to resolve the situation. I'm going to talk to them, and we're going to work it out. And then, you know, my attorney was Tupac's attorney too, you know, and he was looking at like Tone, like, who is this guy? Right. You know, like, who is this dude? You know, and yeah, he helped me get paid, bro. And he didn't want nothing. I tried to give him some bread, and he was like, nah, that's your money you earned. That's for you.
Right.
That's for you. Like, dude.
You know, now, last question, then we'll move on to what you're doing today.
Yeah.
Why do you think that guy, because to me, from the outside looking in, and I don't know the situation, so I'm just kind of trying to make sense of it.
Mm-hmm.
Goldie was your neighbor.
Yeah.
Why would he almost like, I don't want to use the word, for lack of better words, backstab you?
He did.
And then say, these are my beats.
Dude, I maybe it's, I could say that, you know, Snoop is a charming dude, you know.
Okay.
I know firsthand. He's very charismatic. He can get you to kind of go with anything. That's why he is where he's at, you know. I think Goldie probably got in way over his head. I would never do it.
Right.
Goldie probably got way in over his head and just said, hey, these are my songs, and gave them to him and just left me out of it, you know, me out of it. And I actually want to give a shout out to Juan, Big Juan from the G Code. You remember Juan? He used to sell mixtapes at the Del Amo swap meet.
No, I don't remember.
Remember you know the Del Amo swap meet, though, right?
Right.
Okay, well, yeah. He used to. He had the CD before it came out. He put me up on it. And he said it doesn't drop for 2 weeks. So in those 2 weeks, I copyright my music.
Wow.
Because remember, if you copyright your song before it comes out, or if it comes out before you copyright your song, they own it.
Right.
So I had that 2 week notice, even though it was already pressed.
Right.
So he kind of helped. He helped me, and not only that, that dude. I took him to Snoop's house one time, and he was like, he's Raza, right? He was like, he saw Snoop was hugging on me. He saw Cocaine was hugging on me. Make a beat like this, you know, and all this kind of stuff going on.
Right.
And so when we leave, he tells me, he comes in the morning, like a Sunday morning. He's like, Nut, like, bro, we need Raza like you, bro. Like, we don't got too many like that, bro. What do you need? Like, I saw Snoop was hugging on you and telling you what to do and like work with him, and like going back and forth with you, like really trying to like like me work with him. And he was like, I said, well, bro, you know, I need a couple things. I need some new keyboards. I need a mixing board. Like, because Snoop had a new mixing board that just came out. It was a DAB. It was like top of the line, like 14 racks or something, right? And Snoop was like, you know how to work it, Nut? I'm like, not really, but let me mess with it for a little bit, you know? So Juan caught on to that. The next morning he pulls up. He's like, get in the car. I'm like, what's up? He's like, I'm going to take you to Guitar Center. I'm like, for what? He's like, I'm going to buy you everything you need. Dude spent $16,000 on me.
Wow.
He bought me that mixing board. He bought me a couple woofers, a couple keyboards. And he was like, bro, there's Raza, but not, I've been to the studios with a lot of people, but I never seen what I seen that day. I never seen them dance to people's beats. I never seen them freestyle while my other homies were making beats. Like, there's something different that you got going on, you know? And I was just like, all right, cool, you know? Yeah. But that dude believed, and that's the thing. We need more people to believe in each other, you know?
Yeah.
And never asked me for nothing, bro. Never was like, hey, I believe in your talent. Like, you're Raza. Like, we got to help each other. Like, somebody got to make it. And that's the dude that introduced me to Sig Jackin.
You know, we're going to go there right now. What you're saying, it reminded me of a quote that I read, and I'm paraphrasing it, but it says something like, value those who support you with nothing to gain.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
That was one.
You know, value those who support you with nothing to gain.
Actually, I ran into High C at Juan's restaurant at Tarasco. You probably used to eat there.
Probably, bro.
Yeah.
Probably.
The last time I saw High C. You know, I beat DJ Quick and High C in basketball.
You were telling me.
and then it was me and Lebo against High C and DJ Quick. And Tone was like, get him, because Tone used to have these little events with his homies, right? At the park. And they would invite me because I loved basketball and I was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
But I would always get picked last because I was Mexican, you know? Like,
of course.
You know, so it's like, Quick shows up and, you know, he's out there playing, and it's Crawford and Quick against me and Lebo. I lit him up. And you know what he told me? He said, yeah, you might beat me in basketball, but I'm DJ Quick. I can go get any bitch I want. And High C did that same look he did, like, hey, come on, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Dude, I've been in the road with these guys, and I've seen the kind of girls that they pull. And I'll leave it at that, okay? So,
just a funny story I'll share. I
mean, fuck. Like, anyways, so now let's talk a little bit about, we got a couple of more minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the Chicano artists that you work with or coast or whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I know you mentioned Sig Jackin.
Yeah.
Miss Crazy.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned some other ones when we went to break. Can you share a little bit?
Yeah, you know, I always try to help, you know. I always try to help. But a lot of them get too political and stuff, you know. And it's... I'm 100% Raza, bro. And I would love nothing more in the world than to find the best Raza rapper there is in the world. Chicano, Latino. It don't got to be a Mexican rapper.
Right.
I would love to get behind it, but sometimes they're so aggressive and they come off so pushy that they ruin it for themselves. And I ran into that over and over and over and over, bro. Over and over. And I was like humble, like, hey, I'm down, bro. Like, don't even worry about the money. Let's just try to do something. And, you know, a lot of them, I don't want to sound like a jerk, but a lot of them lack the rhythm or the math that's involved. Yeah. Music is mathematical. Yeah. Music is math, and they don't get that part. A lot of them, they just want to rap and rap and rap. They don't understand that there's math, there's melody, there's timing, there's topics, there's stories, there's more to it. You know, so I try to coach a lot of people. But going back to like here, I'll share a story. You know, Little Cuete. You know who that is? Mm-hmm. So Little Cuete, this was years ago, bro. Sorry, Little Cuete, but I'm gonna have to tell the story. So he comes to me. I think he was signed to, what was the label, like Thump Records or something? One of those records that took a chance on the rapper, right? He actually became like a successful rapper. He's a cool dude. So he comes to me. He's like, "Hey, Nut, like, bro," because we had mutual friends, you know. He's from Norwalk, and I knew a lot of people from Norwalk. And he's like, work with my homie, you know. All right, cool. And this is a good friend of mine, you know. Cool. He's like, hey, can you make me like a Dr. Dre beat, like dark, boom, boom, something, boom, beep, beep. What? Sure, dude. I get done. I'm like, what do you want? Like some strings, whatever, right? Can you add like an Eminem piano? You know, whatever the trend was at the time. So I get done, and I'm like, you like it? Yeah, I love it. And he's like, yo, bro, but I'm too intimidated to rap on this beat.
Is that what he said?
Yes. You know, he told me that, and I'm like, so I ran into that a lot. That, you know, they were eager, but they were so unprepared, you know, for that level. And, you know, I was already in 10, 12, 13 years, you know.
Yeah.
It's like everything, you know, you don't become a dentist just when they hand you a drill. You got to get to that level, you know.
Well, see, the thing is that I see a lot in the Chicano rap game, and I'm not saying this about all of them.
Yeah.
But there are many that just, they're active gangbangers.
Yeah.
And fuck it, I'm gonna start rapping.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You know, you said something to me the other day over the phone. You said this game chooses you.
Yeah, this game.
Can you elaborate on what you meant by that?
Yeah, so you know, what I mean is you don't pick this. It picks you. This, if you make it, you hit the lottery, bro. You don't go in there and say I'm the best. It picks you. Here's an example. 3 kids come to my studio, okay? One of them's been coming to my studio for 3 years, okay? His 2 homies are just coming to support him. Yeah, little Johnny, you're the man. Boo, 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 right? Sick. All of a sudden, I get a call from his homie, okay? Never rapped a day in his life. Just been there watching his homie rap for 2-3 years, right?
Right.
Hey, Tito, bro, I'm thinking about making a song. Can you help me? And by that time, we're friends now. And I'm like, this is a cool-ass dude. Like, to me, I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be fun.
Right.
Somebody who doesn't understand is going to be open-minded and listen to what I tell them, doesn't think I know it all, you know? He does one song, and he blows up faster than his other homie. Next thing you know, he's blowing up. And his homie that's been rapping for 3-4 years is still nowhere. And now his homie's mad, like, I've been doing it for 4 years. And I got to tell him, hey, bro, check this out, bro. You're way more talented, and you're way more capable of making songs faster, better, quicker, whatever. But it don't work like that. The game picked him. He hit the lottery.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you go get a scratcher. You don't pick the winner.
Yeah.
They give it to you.
Yeah, they give it to
Same
you.
game, bro. It's the same game, bro.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know what? And
when you did this podcast, bro, you didn't know?
No, we said 2 months. 2 months. And you know what? We're still here.
They picked you.
Yeah.
The podcast world liked it.
Yeah.
The people are, you know, they're going along because it's something good. It picked you, you know.
And this is something that I was sharing with you earlier, and I said, you know what? Again, and the people that subscribe to or that listen to Roadium Radio know that we only plan to be here just to promote the documentary.
Right.
I turned it on and we started talking shit. And people always say, how do you get viewers? How do you get people to tune in? First of all, I have a good name in this industry where I can call up anybody and they will come.
Yeah.
Okay. Second, here's what I said. I have no schooling for this. I didn't take speech class or podcasting class. I've seen people offer podcasting classes on Facebook and whatever. Yes, they do. And it was funny because before we started this, I thought about one because I know one person that trains people how to podcast. But here's my thing. When I talked to this person, I said, have you had any successful podcast that have you trained? Like anybody's, and there was none.
Right.
And this person was honest with me. Not yet. And then I find out that this person wasn't even successful. Right. So I just said, look, I'm not going to follow what this person is doing because obviously it's not working. So we turned it on and talk shit. Okay. Yeah. Now, Tony G said it best. We don't tell the people what to hit. They tell us.
Straight up.
They tell us. So you know what? When people tell me how do you get people to tune in, here's what I say. If they like you, they'll tune in.
Straight up. They like what they like.
You know,
there's no way around that.
Yeah.
You can't force people to like you, bro.
Right.
But you know, you got to be a cool dude. You know, at the end of the day.
You know what, Tito? We're winding down to 3 minutes.
Sure.
Can you share what is it that you're doing today for the community?
Yeah. So you know, after all that, I created a band that we kind of blew up too, but we didn't get to that, right?
My apologies.
But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. The name of the band was The Pricks, and we traveled, we did a bunch of stuff. We played the Home Depot Center, we played on K-Rock, all kinds of stuff. So now I'm doing a bunch of charity work, philanthropy in the city of Long Beach. Like I said, I'm born and raised there. This November 21st, we're giving out 1,000 turkeys. This is our 5th annual. And then in Christmas, we're doing something called Diamond Christmas. It'll be our 10th annual. We raise like $50,000 worth of toys, and we give it to the city, the community. I got a bunch of cool partners through music, like friendship, people that answer my phone call. Nick Diamond, Sean from Grizzly, various partners that I've teamed up over the years that contribute. I think last year we probably donated in Diamond Supply. They donated in Diamond Supply probably like $600,000 worth of items that we got to give out to the hood there.
Right.
So that's what I'm up to now, and I love it, man. There's something about helping the poor. I was poor, and not that I'm rich now, but there's something about helping people that does something to you, that it turns out that button on of like, hey, you're okay, you know what I mean, and do your best to be good and help people. Nothing better. Like I say, all my accolades, I say doing charity, helping families that are struggling for the holidays is my best thing I've ever accomplished, And I got platinum plaques hanging on my house, gold plaques, all that.
Yeah.
Just a different feeling.
And when you say plaques, let me just get this straight for the people watching. We're talking about record sales. We're not talking about streams. Record sales.
Yeah.
Gold being 500,000, platinum being 1 million.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got a few of them.
So by you helping your community, you will agree that it is better to give than to receive.
Yes.
And only somebody in your situation or what you're doing can really understand that.
You know what? I challenge. I get hit up by the hood that's there, and he said, "Why are you doing this right here? Why are you doing it?" Some of these dudes are knuckleheads, killers,
Right.
And I challenge them. I say, "Come out and see why," And then what I do is my brother's in charge of the logistical stuff that day, right? I back up. I'm just like I'm the president, the founder of the organization, and I do all the raising and stuff. But that day I back up and just kind of, what up? How you guys doing? Keep the peace between the people, right? So I tell them, come out. I challenge them, come out and see. So say I talk to three dudes from that hood, right? And then 2 of them come. Like, all right, we're gonna show up. And I tell my brother, put them in a situation where they're gonna see that mom cry when she gets that turkey. Put them in a situation where they're going to see those little kids break down when they get those new shoes, so they can see the impact of not having stuff. You know what I mean? And how good it feels to help people. And it works, bro. It works. I got maybe like 30 gangbangers that come every time I do something, And it's cool because, at the end of the day, yeah, you're in the hood and that's your turf and all that, but we got to take care of each other, bro.
Absolutely.
We got to take care of each other.
That's good, Tito. At this time, man, we come to our time. Do you want to give any shout outs, anything you want to say before we close?
Yeah. Shout out to,
Go ahead.
I don't got a list, but I got a couple messages on Instagram.
Yeah, go for it.
Give me a shout out. I'll do it. Mega Man, my boy Mega Man.
Mega Man.
Man, here's the thing about Mega Man. If we had 1,000 Mega Mans, bro, Roadium Radio, all of us would blow up. That guy's so cool. He shares everything.
Yeah.
Right? There's nothing better than a person that shares and wants to help people get to where they're headed.
Yeah.
My homie Jacob from Project Coffee Cup, he does philanthropy. My family, my children, my wife, my sisters, my brother, my mother, God. Can't forget about that. You guys, thanks for having me here. I know it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I know.
But timing is everything.
Yeah.
Even though you called me like 10 minutes ago to be here, but it's all good. And shout out to everybody watching. I know I probably don't fit the typical character you guys think of all the stuff that that's gangster.
Right.
But don't ever judge a book by its cover.
Well, your talent speaks for itself. So yeah, talent speaks for itself. So.
God bless.
Okay, brother. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Hope you hang out so we can take some pictures and do the drop after.
Yeah,
okay, everybody. Once again, 10 minutes. I'm going to get something to drink, and I got my next special guest.
And defend the street vendors.
Yes.
That was me that was giving out those pepper sprays to all the street vendors.
Awesome. 10 minutes, everybody. Come back.
This is your Theo on Roadium Radio. The panties are popping, and it's non-stopping. Tony A. the Wizard.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio episode 108. And you guys are still here. So I thank everybody for tuning in. We're not going to fuck around anymore. We're going to go ahead and jump butt naked right back into it. And without further ado, please allow me to introduce Annimeanz.
Hey, what up, man? How y'all doing?
man?
I'm here. I made it.
Huh.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
I know this weekend was Halloween.
Yeah.
What was the weekend like for you?
It's pretty reserved, man. You know what I mean? I got a young son, a 4-year-old. So it was just about like making him comfortable and getting him a costume and kind of, you know, not necessarily letting him know that it ain't Halloween. Still kind of keeping it festive.
Right.
So it was just, you know, minor stuff like that. Just trying to keep him occupied. You know.
Okay. What was he for Halloween?
He was Batman, and then he made a transition to what's that Wakanda? Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Yeah, he had a couple different entries and
that'll work.
A couple different characters.
Did you dress up with him as well or no?
Nah, man, I never really I don't celebrate like Thanksgiving because I'm half Native American, and I don't celebrate Halloween because my mama's a born again Christian, and she's been practicing her faith for a few years now, so we don't celebrate those holidays.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah.
Well, growing up, Halloween has always been like my shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I've always loved Halloween. Of course, I like all the family's time with Thanksgiving. You know, it's funny because with my family, here's what we always celebrate Thanksgiving, and it should be like this every day. But I would give everybody an opportunity to go around the table and share something that they're thankful for.
Yeah.
So that's how we kind of turned it into, you know, because a lot of people don't know really the true history of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So for the people that don't, we just kind of try to make it more of a family gathering, and we're thankful for each other, etc.
Yeah.
You know, and of course for Christmas, everybody knows that, you know, whether you believe in Jesus Christ or not, his birthday was not December 25th.
Yeah.
Santa Claus had nothing to do with, you know, with that.
It's actually a Roman holiday that was called Christna, I believe, is where Christmas comes from. So.
Right. So, and we celebrated the time because this is the you know, today they'll say happy holidays because they don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because you can't say Merry Christmas because some people get upset, but they have no problem saying Happy Halloween.
Yeah.
So, anyways, other than that, Laker fan?
Yeah. I'm a pretty much LA everything. I'm a Laker fan in the sense of I'm LA everything, but I'm more of a boxing fan actually.
Okay. Like for how long? Since the 80s, 90s?
Man, since my pops, you know, since I came out, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Pops was always like Dodgers. At that time it was Raiders.
Okay.
You know, man. So my dad was always like, "Yo, LA Raiders," but so I just always was taught to just represent the city. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, some of your most memorable fights or some of your most memorable boxers that you used to like to watch the box?
Without giving up my age, I actually seen Hagler and Sugar Ray fight.
No shit.
I was probably about maybe 6. You know what I'm saying? So I actually seen that fight. I seen a lot of the Tyson fights. I seen I might even go as far as to say I remember seeing Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray actually.
Yeah.
But I must have been about 4, so those memories are vague. But yeah, I remember that far back. Yeah.
I remember I watched the Roberto Duran Sugar Ray 1.
Yeah.
That one, which was an amazing fight. That was back in the day where there was on TV.
Exactly.
It was a box. Okay. And we had a gang of people, you know, come over and watch the fight. We also saw the Hagler Hearns fight. Only lasted 3 rounds, but probably one of the best fights ever.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm more of a Julio Cesar Chavez, Mike Tyson era type of guy.
Yeah.
I mean, we had amazing boxers from like Riddick Bowe to Andrew Galata to Evander Holyfield.
Yeah.
Who there was another guy that was amazing boxer during that time.
Riddick Bowe.
Riddick Bowe. There were so. I mean, I'll even throw in Tommy Morrison's name out there. You know, Tommy Gunn from the Rocky movie.
You know, I never really seen him fight actually.
He was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
He had the skills, but you know what it was? He had no fucking chin.
Oh, is that what it was?
That's exact. If you go back and look, all of his knockouts came. You just hit him.
Didn't he get? He got HIV or something like that, right?
AIDS and died, bro.
Yeah.
If you,
damn, he died.
He died.
Well,
Rest in peace. If you see him, like in a picture, like right before he died, he literally looked like he was just smoked out.
That's crazy. You know, and that just goes to show you everybody wants fame and wealth, man. Watch out for that pussy, man. You feel me? They're like, I got all this money. I want to fuck everybody. You got to be careful, man.
I mean, let's be honest. If you go back in history, countries have gone to war over pussy.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, if you don't believe me, watch that movie Troy.
I've seen Troy. Yeah.
You know, all for some nalgas.
I feel that.
You know, but I mean, dudes have killed each other in the hood over some nalgas.
Over some regular shit that feel like a hallway too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that shit was
That's
so
that
loose.
hallway shit, right?
That shit was so loose. It's like throwing a hot dog in a hallway.
I'm telling you, man.
So
I done had a couple of those. You know what I'm saying? I've had a variety of shit though. You know what I mean? So.
Okay. Where originally are you from, or where did you grow up at?
I grew up in Cudahy, California.
Okay.
Santa Ana, Wilcox. I actually grew up on that street my whole life. I was born in Huntington Park because there used to be a hospital called Mission in Huntington Park before they knocked it down. But Huntington Park is literally like half a mile away from Cudahy. Cudahy is a small city, so you got like Bell, Maywood, Bell Gardens, and then Cudahy's. It's kind of like in the middle of the nucleus. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you're going to like Southgate, Linwood, Compton, Watts is on the right hand side. So yeah, I grew up right there.
Okay. Growing up, play any sports from the city?
I played Little League baseball actually, and I hated it, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I really hated baseball, man.
What was that? Was it just because you were in the outfield and it was boring?
Yeah. It was, to me, it was boring. It actually was boring. You know what I'm saying? I did play flag football for my elementary for a little bit.
Okay.
And I actually was into that a little bit more because there's a little bit more action. But I never really liked baseball. Even because there was a point in my life where I had to move with my grandma. Okay. And she lived in East LA, and her husband was a big baseball fan, so he used to get like tickets from his job and shit. And I used to have to sit there and watch that shit. I hated it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. Now, growing up, any instruments?
No, but I actually was I was actually a pretty decent artist. Actually, I drew for like maybe the first 12 years of my life.
Really?
And then, just getting involved in other shit, I just kind of left it alone. But yeah, I drew probably from about maybe 6 all the way to about 12.
Okay, like what murals? Just whatever.
Wrestlers. Because I was a big wrestling fan, so I don't actually before they used to have like figures that were like rubber figures.
Right.
And they used to come in a package, and they would show you they'd give you like a brief bio, and they had a picture, so I would sketch out the pictures and shit.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, now are you talking about like American wrestling, or are you talking about lucha libre?
American.
Okay.
So
who's some of your favorite wrestlers?
Fucking Hulk Hogan, baby, American hero. You know what I'm saying?
19-inch pythons.
Huh?
The 19-inch pythons.
Yeah, the 24-inch.
24-inch. Okay. Just checking. Okay. So yeah, that'll work, man. Ultimate Warrior, those guys. See, I was more.
He came a little bit later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was more of a lucha libre fan because my dad, being from Mexico, he introduced me to all like the Mexican.
Like Mean Mascaras and all
yes,
that. Right?
Yes. So people got a taste of it if they saw Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
That was what I was used to. So people saw him like, oh my God, he's amazing. I go, you need to go see it. El Santo, Blue Demon, Huracan Ramirez, Solitario, because those are the guys that I grew up with.
Yeah.
You know. But now, what type of music would you say you were raised with?
Oldies and funk my whole life. Like my parents grew up in the 70s, and they were like, they grew up in the gangbanging culture.
Right.
My mother and my father. So, really like funk. No dancing on the no parking on the dance floor. Right. Rick James, the Mary Jane Girls.
Okay.
Delphonics. Anything that's in that arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Betty Wright. Etta James, everything I grew up,
all the classics.
All the classics, you know what I'm saying?
Right, okay. At what point in your life would you say, or how old were you when you got introduced to hip hop?
I must have been about 8, because Salt and Pepper was big at that time.
Okay.
They were on Soul Train, I remember.
You probably heard Push It.
Push It, yeah. And then I had my cousins. They actually lived in an apartment building. If anybody from Cudahy is watching, it's called the 8230s, and that was like a big crack hangout, right?
Right.
But my cousins lived there, and I would hang out there with them almost every day. And they had a LL Cool J tape, and I don't know if it's Rock the Bells or Walking with a Panther, But what they would do is we would all claim certain songs on the tape. So the tape got like 20 songs. So it's like, okay, 3 of the songs are mine, 2 of the songs are yours. You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
and then we
right.
would fight over who's gonna play their songs and shit like
Right,
that.
right.
So
Okay.
I started early with Bataram,
Right.
fucking all that shit, man. You know, rapping delight, all that.
Yeah. What's it? Mixed Master Spade.
Mixed Master Spade.
Master Spade. Shit. King T. I mean, just all like, if you will, all the Compton West Coast classics.
Yeah, Easy E for sure. When I started, I would have to say when I fell in love with hip hop, it was with Easy E and NWA.
Okay. Now, listening to your music, listening to your rap style, to me, in my opinion, it doesn't sound West Coast.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, were you ever growing up a East Coast fan?
Yeah, well, when I fell in love with hip hop, it was a West Coast vibe because that's all I knew. But when I was old enough to really research hip hop, understand it, and embrace it, is when I became like a big East Coast hip hop fan.
Okay. I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Give me, if not albums, or at least artists.
Yeah.
At least 5 of any era, East Coast artists that you would say these are like my shit. Right?
Nas, Mobb Deep, Cormega, 50 Cent. I could even throw Jay-Z in there just for the sake of doing it. But Big Al, CNN, fucking anything that was hot coming out of New York, I was consuming.
Right.
So Cameron, early Cameron too, before the Rockefeller days. So we're talking about when he was rapping over that Magnum P.I. beat.
Right.
Remember that? Yeah, man, just anything New York. At one point in my life, like anything that was coming from New York, I was just devouring it. You know what I mean? Consuming it. Just really focus on the lyrics and the stories. It was like a movie for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. I remember when it's been a few years. I've been in New York now several times, but when I first went out there, it's always good when you know somebody that lives there. I have a good friend, and let me give a shout out to my boy DJ Toro. And he's the one that introduced me to the whole 50 Cent thing because he hosts a show called This Is 50 in New York.
Yeah.
Right on Times Square. And when I landed over there, he takes me to where he works.
Yeah.
We took the subway to Harlem, and he gave me the whole tour, the Bronx, you know, Brooklyn, everywhere. Told me Big Al, where he passed away, where he actually killed him. Took me to where hip hop started, Kool Herc, where he lived, the first hip hop party ever. So he gave me the whole tour and was actually playing like Biz Markie, Roxanne Shante, all that type of shit. So I got that whole East Coast vibe because I grew up on East Coast music.
Yeah.
Because West Coast, I think the only stuff we had in the very beginning was Ice-T. He had a song called Cold Wind Madness. And I remember Frost.
Okay.
One of his first songs was Rough Cuts, and then he had a song called Terminator. So in this, we're talking about mid-'80s stuff.
Okay. See, I remember back then, I would say like Ice-T, NWA, the Posse, all that shit. The DOC.
Of course.
Who else? Above the Law, they came a little bit later.
Right.
And then once Quick got on, then the whole Scandalous family.
Right.
So you got High C, Second to None. I remember being in the Compton swap meet. You remember the old school jackets, the ones that the homies used to wear, the ones with the line right here, and going to buy one of those and hearing Second to None in the Compton swap meet, just like playing over and over, and me and my aunt were like, "Fuck, like who's this shit? Like we need the single." You know what I'm saying? So, and I think the single was like a cardboard box. It was kind of like green, and it said Second, and then like the Roman numeral 2, and then None. So yeah, I remember all that shit, man.
Yeah, I believe that was If You Want It.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was a hit, and I was blessed to be a part of that crew because all of our albums came out that same year.
Yeah.
I mean, our albums, believe it or not, were a year old.
Yeah, I had the Scandalous album like at least 2 times at that point.
Okay. Yeah, it was 1991 that we released those, and then we all toured.
Yeah.
You know, great time, but backing up Ice-T, there wasn't too many West Coast artists, and then we started hearing again the Bataram, Just Say No, the Mixed Master Spade.
Yeah.
I remember Mixed Master Spade because pretty much in every song was a Mixed Master Spade or Now I'm Ready to Rock. That was like some shit right there.
And then the
man.
beat drops.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy because I remember listening to Leave My Crew Alone on the tape before it was even a hit record.
Right, right.
Like it was actually like a B-side, I guess.
Yeah.
And then it might have been like the third single, right?
Mhm.
Because it was I'm Not Your Puppet, Sitting in the Park, Leave My Curl Alone.
That was the third single, yeah.
And right after that, I remember that because Color Me Bad had Mi Amor.
Yeah.
And those were like my songs because I was just starting junior high at that point.
Right. It's funny that you bring up Color Me Bad because I met him. I didn't really like him, and I won't say why, but I met him in San Diego. We had a big show, but
Yeah.
they were just on some high post shit during that time because their shit was blown up.
Yeah, they were superstars, right?
Yeah. Even Criss Cross.
Yeah.
And actually, a lot of people don't know that one of those guys already died.
Yeah, he has sickle cell, right?
I believe. Yeah, he had already passed away. But I had an opportunity to meet a lot of those guys at a young age, and I wish I would have took more pictures, but I still do have a lot of pictures. I have pictures of NWA before they ever blew up and became NWA.
That's dope.
We actually incorporated in the DOCUMIXERY. But so now, at what point would you say that you decided to take rap serious, or just wanted to let me just try to write some shit?
It wasn't until I was older and I was already in prison. I never had no inspirations to rap ever. I didn't grow up thinking I was a rapper. I just loved the art. You feel me? Like I remember when I was a kid, I used to my aunt, right? My whole family we come poverty-ish at one point. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my grandma, always, for some reason, grandmas are always the most, structured. Right. So they got their own cribs, and you know how it is.
Right.
So I used to go to my grandma's house because they used to have a big, an entertainment center with big speakers. So what I used to do is I used to get the tapes, accumulate them. There used to be a market on Florence and Atlantic called Tianguis, and I was about maybe 7, 8, 9. And I used to go there because I used to live in a motel off of Florence. That's where I grew up at, in the motels. So I would go there with a little group of kids, and we would go and push carts for people. And we would hustle up change. That's how we would get money every day. And I'm not sure where I was going with that. Anyways, okay. So I would accumulate the tapes by getting that money, right?
Right.
I remember actually waiting in front of record stores and giving people money to buy the tapes for me because I couldn't buy them.
Okay.
Because they were parental advisory. So I would just hustle or collect the tapes however I could, sometimes recording them, and I would take them to my grandma's house and I would put them on, and I would literally sit by the speaker with my ear there and just listen to every single bar, every single beat, every snare, every voice. And I remember my aunt used to clown me about it, this motherfucker just sitting here listening with his ear, you know what I'm saying? But
didn't realize you were soaking it all in.
It was a great thing to me, man.
Okay.
Hip hop was and then when I heard the Spanish hip hop, I always hear the debate about Frost and Mallow, but if I'm not mistaken, I want to say that Mallow came out before Frost did.
Yes, he did.
Mentirosa.
Actually, even before that, 1988. The song was created in 87, 88. He had a song called Mas Pingon.
Yeah.
All in Spanish.
Yeah.
So,
I heard Mallow before I ever heard Frost with Mentirosa.
Right, okay.
And I think at that time Rico Suave was out too, but he was more of a parody.
Mm-hmm.
And Mentirosa was that one that I really identified to it because I grew up in the barrio. You feel me? My hef is a Chicano 100%. My Mexican side of my family, we're the second generation here. My great grandma's from Michoacan.
Right.
And then she came here, and then she had my grandma, which is my dad, rest in peace, is Jefa. And so that's how we're the second generation here. So I grew up with Chicano traditions.
Yes.
My whole life. Even though I am native, I grew up in a barrio and I grew up Chicano tradition. So I just was really drawn to the Mentirosa.
Okay.
Because I could just relate to it on so many levels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the oldie sample that you grew up with.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Now, I had asked you about the top 5 artists, so you gave me several up on the East Coast. Give me your top 5, if not albums, at least artists from the West Coast.
Right now? All time?
All time.
I'd have to say Game.
Okay.
Exhibit, early Exhibit. I'd have to say Razkaz, Pac, obviously Pac. At some point, I did like Cube until I got older, and I actually begun to understand Cube's message. I don't really fuck with Cube as much as I used to, but at one point I fucked with Cube heavy. Man, Cypress Hill, fucking High C, Glasses Malone. Anybody that's somebody out here, I appreciate everything they've done.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's funny that you bring up Cube like that because recently, and I'll say within this year, a lot of people have been coming to me, you know, people that I know, not necessarily just friends, but almost have the same feelings that you have about Cube. And I wonder what it is that's changing. They never really go into detail and tell me, but they end up telling me I'm not fucking with Cube no more.
Well, you got to understand, like, when Cube came out with America's Nightmare, I mean, America's Most Wanted, he was affiliated with The Nation at that point, 5%ers.
Right.
Now, The Nation is a black supremacist organization, and he held heavy to them views. So if you listen to America's Most Wanted, you listen to Predator, they have strong anti-Semitic views.
Right.
They have strong anti-Asian views and anti-Mexican views on there as well. So he's always had a real strong opinion on race and been a black supremacist for the most part.
Yeah. I've heard that in his music. You know, and it's funny because a lot of the songs that I like was more of his earlier stuff than later stuff. So, but I get it, you know, and everybody has their own opinions about that. I don't know if he's ever took a stance on something totally different, because I know recently people were saying he was reaching out to Trump or he was reaching out to Biden. I didn't really get into all of that, but people were pretty much dogging him lately on social media. You know, I don't know. Did he ever back out of that, or did he ever?
No, I mean, I don't disagree with the play. And I don't. I guess maybe people are a little offended by it because he didn't mention, you know, when he spoke about it, he says, "Well, I'm only here for black people."
Right.
And like I said, I understand the play because I'm intelligent enough to understand what his message has always been.
Right.
See, that's the difference between listening to music and understanding music.
Yeah.
Most people don't know that they've been listening to a black supremacist for the last 30 years when they listen to Ice Cube albums. Right. You feel what I'm saying? But that's exactly what he's feeding you.
Right.
He's feeding you a black supremacist group from a 5% standpoint, which is the Nation, I believe, or, you know, don't quote me on that because I might be wrong. But so I've always known that about him. I was never mad about how he was going after his thing because, in my opinion, I felt like when it comes to the whole Trump scenario, the one thing that Trump was good for is that he was a policy completer. So when he created certain policies, he actually put those policies into use. He passed them. He went forward. My opinion and why Trump obviously isn't winning the election is because he was just one of them dudes that just had a big mouth.
Yeah, you know, I think a lot of people would agree on this, that if the guy would just shut the fuck up and stop tweeting, just do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, just do what you're supposed to. But he likes to talk a lot, you know, likes to tweet a lot. I always say, I guarantee you, he's probably taking a shit tweeting. You know, he don't care.
Yeah, you know, but you know, you got to understand the mindset too. Is like, this is a man that's been a rich man his whole life. He's never experienced poverty.
Right.
So it's always been his way.
Right.
He could have been 5 years old saying, "Bitch, go get me this."
Right.
And nobody would contest it. So he has a certain entitlement. So when he becomes the president of the United States, he's still a very wealthy man that has entitlement issues.
Yeah.
So he don't necessarily think to consider people's feelings. So he's gonna be like, "Bitch, go get me this," or I'll, you know, that's just the way he's living his life.
Yeah. You know, the sad thing is, growing up, I remember in 7th grade, and we'll get off the politics side, but since you know we're going through an election, I just wanted to bring something up. I was in 7th grade, and Jimmy Carter becomes president.
Yeah.
Soon after that, Bush, and I think, you know, I'm not saying in order, but I'm just naming some. Reagan, and then the other Bush, and then Clinton, and then I forgot who was after that, Obama, whatever. Back then, we could have easily said, I'm voting for Jimmy Carter. You could have said, I'm voting for Reagan. Somebody could have said, I'm voting for George Bush. No hay pedo. You know, nobody cares.
Yeah.
But today, if you just say, I'm voting for Obama, fuck you, racist. Or that's to me. I just think that's so crazy.
You know, a lot of that has to do with okay. See, we're gonna get deep right now.
No. But for the record,
yeah,
I am not a Trump supporter. I'm just trying to make a point.
This is the thing, right? A lot of people don't understand that this election has nothing to do with Donald Trump. It has nothing to do with Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
It has everything to do with reprogramming your whole way of life.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? Like when the BLM movement came in, a lot of people didn't understand that BLM is a homosexual movement that's infiltrating and giving their message to the ghettos under the cover of black social issues.
Okay.
Because their main objective is to get more rights for transgenders, homosexuals, and if you know, while all this confusion is going down, people don't understand that the first transgender congressperson was just elected during this whole fandango that we're calling a presidential, you know,
right,
whatever. So it's more about taking, in my opinion, it's more about the demasculinity of society and bringing in this new era of, you know, homosexuals get to use the same bathrooms as us. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not anti-homosexual, but I feel like your sexuality is a choice. They shouldn't advertise homosexuality in schools the way they do.
Okay.
You shouldn't be advertising homosexuality to a 5 and a 6 and a 7 and an 8-year-old, because that's when children are at their most impressionable.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And you know what? Let me say this before you continue. The sad thing is that even you just speaking on it,
yeah,
somebody's gonna get upset.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, there are many people that want tolerance.
Yeah.
But those are the most they don't tolerate anything. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
almost like saying we live in a society that doesn't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck, but they're so easily offended.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is.
Well, you know, that went out the door when the authorities start getting involved with the way you discipline your children.
Right.
That was already the beginning of the end.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't believe you should beat children, but I believe that children, especially young boys, need a certain level of stern discipline.
Right.
But, you know, in this day and age, you can't even scream at your child without being accused of abuse.
Right.
So, you know, I think while we're fighting for a lot of trivial shit like racism and blacks against Mexicans, all these things, it's allowing these groups like BLM and the left side of the government to really come in and implement their policies. And when they implement their policies, they're desensitizing the public and the community to these policies. So when there's a big election like there is now, it doesn't sound suspect for you to be like, yo, we need to vote for transgenders to use the same bathroom as our children. Because they've been feeding it to you for the last 4 to 5 years.
Right.
So you're desensitized to it, even though you don't realize it.
Okay.
It's really an agenda to change the whole way that me and you or anybody else in this room has been raised.
Right.
Your essential values as a man. How you're supposed to grow up. You're supposed to get a wife. You're supposed to protect your family. You're supposed to provide for them. You know, now it becomes, you know, women are just as equal as men. And there's nothing wrong with women being equal as men, but at some point there's a pecking order, and it's always been the woman takes care of the home, the man takes care of the finances.
Right.
But, you know, current day, all those values are being watered down and washed away.
Right. No, so. I agree with you. And you know, not to make a big deal out of it, but we also see it in TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we also see it in TV shows. And you know what? If that's your lifestyle, you know what? More power to you.
Yeah.
But we should be able to have an open forum where we could just talk about it.
Yeah.
Without being accused of something, you know.
Yeah, because you got to think like, you're not going to go out and have a woman friend or somebody you see and have sex with her in the middle of the street.
Right.
You're just not going to do that. So why would, if you're a homosexual couple, why would you kiss in front of children in the public, or, just show them something that isn't of the norm, everyday life that they're actually seeing. There should be restrictions, just like if I'm in a bar just tonguing down some broad, eventually someone's gonna be like, "Hey, fool, get a room." Like, what's up? You feel what I'm saying? So, that's where I'm at with it as far as my political stances. I actually did vote for Trump. And the reason why I voted for Trump was really and strictly because of the economic scenario that's playing out in this country.
Okay.
A lot of people don't want to understand what's really going on here. Like, and don't get me wrong, like I'm pro-immigrant. I believe that everybody should have the same freedoms. I believe in immigrants crossing over to this country. But what's going on is that this country resources are being depleted to almost non-existent resources. You got to think, before, immigrants could come in for years and years and it was all gravy. But after 20 years of war, this country was in almost a 20-year war in Iraq, right? So you figure the taxpayers are paying for that war constantly. Then you have the administrations coming in and they're sending our jobs overseas. So now you have cities like Detroit or Chicago that are completely just wiped out economically because the labor that they once depended on, which were Ford and different companies, their labor is being sent across the seas now. When that happens, then you have, the drug problems and the weaponry problem that's coming through the border. And all this is happening simultaneously. So while the administration is trying to stop the flow of narcotics and firearms that are coming through the border, guess what? Immigrants are right in the middle of that. Right? Now, where people don't want to understand is that as these guns and as these drugs are coming into places like Chicago, which is a hub for certain criminal organizations, guns are coming through there. Drugs are coming through there. The main source of income almost is the selling of narcotics.
You ever thought about getting into becoming a politician?
No, sir. I'm just a rapper with an opinion.
That's dope. We're going to go ahead and press pause right there. We're going to come back, and I know you got a guest with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes,
so
sir.
We'll be back. Okay, everybody, make sure you call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody, let them know that Annimeanz is in the motherfucking building.
Yes, sir. Yes,
we'll be
sir.
back. I think I'm going to start drinking. So,
Let's
you know
do
what?
it.
Hey, don't forget, go to Freaky Tale, subscribe. Go ahead and go to DOCUMIXERY. We got beanies, we got hats, we got CDs, we got fucking even Loteria in Spanish. Okay. Actually, it already is in Spanish, but it's horror. So check it out. We're out of here.
Yo, what's up? It's Bella. I'm here on Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A. the Wizard. Stay tuned.
Yo, it's Ray Monique on Roadium Radio with Tony A, the motherfucking Wizard. Tune in and subscribe.
What's going on, everybody? This is Big Rich G here at Roadium Radio with Tony A. You guys got to check this out, man. Don't miss out. Tune in.
It's your boy Producer A here at Roadium Radio. It's your boy Tony A. Make sure y'all subscribe every Sunday, Wednesday, 7 p.m. with the dopest podcast popping in the motherfucking West Coast. Make sure y'all subscribe. Peace.
Yeah, this is Pablito here at Roadium Radio. I'm here with Tony A, the Wizard. Tune in.
What's cracking? It's your boy Noel G in the house, aka Hector. You guys know what time it is, right here with the Roadium Radio Show, hosted by your boy Tony A, the Wizard. Keep listening. We got something good for you.
What's good, beautiful ladies? It's your boy MC Magic, Tony A, the Wizard. You already know. Roadium Radio Show. Turn it up.
Yo, what's hood good with y'all? This your boy Big Prodigy from the legendary South Central Cartel, and I'm over here chilling with my homeboy Tony A, the Wizard on the Roadium Radio Show. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the page on YouTube. And by the way, check out that interview with yours truly. You dig? Wes.
What's up, guys? This is Marito. You're watching Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Little Silent from BOTG, the voice of the ghetto man. Tune in every Sunday and Wednesday to Roadium Radio. You already know, hosted by the legend himself, Tony A. the Wizard, man. Just don't miss out, man. That shit be active out here.
What's up, everyone? This is Antonio Pelayo. I'm here at Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard. Make sure to subscribe.
Yo, what's up, everybody? LA Baseball Head here, also known as LAFC Soccer Head, chilling on Roadium Radio with my homeboy, Tony A. the Wizard.
What it do? DJ Joe Cooley. You chilling with me, DJ Tony A. the Wizard, Roadium Radio. You heard me?
What up, everyone? This is Solita. Tune into Roadium Radio, hosted by Tony A. the Wizard.
What up, what up? Susie Q in the motherfucking building. I'm here chilling with Tony A., the motherfucking Wizard. Roadium Radio, YouTube. You guys check it out. Subscribe. Spank it easy.
Yo, this is Shady Boy right here with Tony A. the Wizard on Roadium Radio.
What's poppin' with it, family? It's your boy Jokes Loves Life, and you are now tuned in to Roadium Radio with the one and only Tony A. the motherfucking Wizard. That's right, love life, y'all.
This your boy Wito Trees, Roadium Radio in the house, Tony A. the Wizard, what's up?
What's up, it's your boy Panther on Roadium Radio. Tune in with your boy Tony A. the Wizard, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Yeah.
This is Murray Brumfield, aka Mexicali Slim, Familia Records, and you rolling with Roadium Radio with Tony A.
Yo, what up? It's your boy DJ Kazell, and we're right here live, Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A. the Wizard. That's what's up. Ooh.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl Mariah Avila. I'm here on Roadium Radio with Tony the Wizard. Please subscribe, like, and comment.
Yo, what's cracking? It's your homeboy, Mr. Motherfucking Junebug, and you just tuned in to Roadium Radio with Tony A. the motherfucking Wizard. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel. You know.
Jubile Raza, it's your homeboy Hypnotic right here in Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard. Make sure you subscribe, like, and do all that. Don't forget to comment. Much love.
Yo, this is Grincho Brown on Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard. Keeping this shit popping, all West Coast, all love. Shout out to my Raza, we getting it.
Hey, look, this is Chunks, the San Diego All-Star, and you are now tuned in to Roadium Radio right here with Tony A. the Wizard. Tap in.
Oh man, we right here live on the Roadium Radio with the homie Tony A. Royalty, Low Profile Records. Oh man.
What's up, it's your girl Carolyn Rodriguez here at Roadium Radio. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday and Sunday to Tony A. the Wizard.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Tony G. You're listening to Roadium Radio with the homeboy, Tony A. the Wizard. Roadium Radio.
Yo, what's cracking? It's 2Max with Mexican descent, visionary shapeshifters, Good Life Project Blowed, LA Underground Hip Hop. You're tuned in to Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard on Wednesdays and Sundays. LA Hip Hop will save the world. Ooh, ooh.
Alright, what up? It's your boy King Cash right here at Roadium Radio with the homie Tony A. the Wizard. Make sure you guys subscribe.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Trouble P here at Roadium Radio with your boy Tony A. the Wizard. Make sure y'all subscribe and tune in. West Coast.
Yo, what it do? This your boy, Big Havoc. One Hood Admiral, South Central Cartel General, and you're tuned in to Roadium Radio with my boy, Tony A. the Wizard. Stay locked in.
Hello everybody, this is Rocky Padilla,
And you're listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard.
Hey, what's up, my people? Hey, Trouble Kid right here, you know, in the house. Shout out to Tony A. the Wizard, and shout out Roadium Radio. Much love. Thank you for having me.
What up, world? Is YQ, Young Quicks, and right now you're listening to the OG Tony A. the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Make sure to keep it locked, subscribe, comment, hate. It don't matter, man. We get into it. Little 5 stand up.
Hey, what up? It's your boy Mark Cruz. You're now tuned in to Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard, the legend. Tap in.
What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Queenie. You're tuned into Roadium Radio. Check my man Tony A. the Wizard every Wednesday and Sunday. Stay tuned. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know what it is.
What's up, pimpin'? It's your boy Johnny Boy, aka Mr. Las Vegas, at Roadium Radio with your boy Tony A. the Wizard. Yes, catch us every Wednesday
and Sunday. Yeah.
Hey y'all, this is Elvia Cadena here at Roadium Radio with motherfucking Tony A, the Wizard. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and share.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Sarah S. I'm here live at Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard. Make sure you subscribe and tap in on Wednesday and Sunday evenings. One love.
Can I get a moment of your time? Hey, it's your boy Lucky Son Zoo from Hood Starks Podcast. Hey, fuck with one of the best podcasts in the game, Tony A, the Wizard, Roadium Radio. Don't motherfucking play with it. Don't sleep on it. Hey, HA, stand the fuck up. Yes, sir.
What's up? This is Clever from the Brown side. Make sure you guys tune in to Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard. If not, you're a bitch.
What's cracking? It's your boy Young Thrive right here with the homie Tony A, the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Don't forget to subscribe, man. Check out the best interviews on the West Coast. Yeah.
I'm on the Roadium Radio. What up? It's ODM from Lighter Shade of Brown. You know your daddy's favorite rapper, your mama's favorite DJ, plus that YouTube star, you know what I mean, RBG fam. Lighter Shade all day with the homie, Tony A. Right here, Roadium Radio, Sundays and Wednesdays. Let's go.
What's up, guys? It's Baby Girl. I'm here at Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard. Make sure you tune in on Wednesdays and Sundays.
What's up, y'all? This is Dalia Coronado. I'm here on Roadium Radio, and you can tune in on Sundays and Wednesdays with Tony A, the motherfucking Wizard.
What's up, y'all? This is your boy Raz Kaz, and you are tuned into Roadium Radio with my big homie, Tony A, the Wizard. What's up?
This is Truth with Tony A, the Wizard at Roadium Radio. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, live Wednesdays and Sundays at 7 p.m. Tune in.
Hey, what's up? What's up? This is Lalo KV desde Atlanta. You're listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard.
Yo, you know what it is? It's your boy OG Rome, aka Mr. Everywhere, repping Road Dogs Entertainment. Make sure you tune in to Tony A, the Wizard at Roadium Radio.
What up, what up? You know what it is? It's the LA West Coast native, DeVario, and you gotta tap in with my boy Tony A, the Wizard at Roadium Radio every Wednesday and Sunday.
What's going on? It's your boy Isaac Palau on Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard. Tune in every Wednesday and Sunday.
Hey, what's up? This is Lady Band. Make sure you're tuning in to Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard, Sundays and Wednesdays.
Yo, what's up? This is Jimmy from Urban Kings. Make sure you tune in with Tony A, the Wizard on Roadium Radio.
This is AOT the Saint coming to you live from Roadium Radio, hosted by my homeboy Tony A, the Wizard. That's right, baby.
This is your Theo on Roadium Radio. Pull your panties to the side and enjoy the ride. Tony A, the Wizard.
Welcome back, everybody, to Creature Feature. No, that's Friday. Freaky Tales on Friday. Don't forget, I got a special guest coming in. You ain't going to want to miss it, okay? Freaky Tales been getting fucking good. I know a lot of you guys say you don't have to watch Freaky Tales because a bunch of freaky shit happens when that shit is playing. But it's okay. That's when you got to get freaky with your girl. Make sure you have her topless, G-string, no chanclas, you know what I'm saying? Watching me in your crib. So, anyways, other than that, we're going to go ahead and get it jumping. Got hot in here because we started talking a little politics.
Yeah.
You know, but you want to introduce your friend?
Yeah, man. This is my boy Big Sick Nasty.
What up?
I wanted to bring him on because he's been a real big part of my career.
Okay.
And yeah, you know, so I wanted to kind of introduce him to the people.
Okay, you want to give a little bit of your background, man?
I've been knowing Means for 10 plus years. Kind of linked up on MySpace back in those days.
Right.
I seen he was from the area where I'm from. I'm from East LA. I represent East LA. Okay. So, and he has family from my neighborhood. So we kind of meshed real good and just took it from there. Just hit the floor running. And
that'll work. So
you know?
I take it you guys got something jumping off right now.
Yeah. Man, me and Sick been rapping together, like he said, for about 10 plus years. So
yeah.
A lot of people that have followed my career thus far, Sick is a fixture. You know what I mean? Okay. He's on every single album I've ever made. He has his own projects, all the videos. You know, I've always made it a point to keep the same dudes around me.
Yeah.
So everybody knows It's the First is my team, and it's always been the same dudes. You know, we've given opportunities to other artists and we've helped other artists out, but it's always been the same, you know, 4 guys around me my whole time.
Okay, okay. You know, before we get into the music and what you guys are working on and what can people expect and what can people... I know we have your Instagram popping up, says we weren't expecting him. We don't have it up, but they can go to your page and find him?
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. Now, we were touching on something earlier that a lot of people don't like to talk about.
Yeah.
Because they don't like to put themselves out there. For an example, I'm going to bring up somebody. I just recently caught wind of it, of the statements that this artist from Texas, Chingo Bling, was making.
Yeah, I know Chingo real good.
Okay. And he was receiving, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of hate for what he was saying. I don't know the full picture, so I cannot sit here and say I agree or disagree.
Yeah.
But I'll just tell you what people are telling me. He was a Trump supporter. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, he was against immigrants coming over here, etc. I don't know the full details of it, but it seems like either he got a lot of hate and a lot of lost a lot of fans.
Yeah.
How true is that, or can you elaborate a little bit?
The thing with Chingo is that he was being asked what the thought process of Trump was. So he was talking in the third person.
Okay.
You know, somebody was like, well, why do you think Trump is sending all the immigrants back? And he was like, well, you know, because immigrants, in their opinion, probably take jobs and et cetera, et cetera. You know, when it comes to the internet, people are going to interpret it however they want to interpret it. Now, you have to understand, like, there's a lot of people that have agendas as far as certain podcasts, certain rappers.
Right.
So, and it might seem strange, but you have these people that are watching constantly, looking for that next moment to clout chase, looking for that next moment to move on somebody that is saying something wrong or that they can manipulate to the mass.
Okay.
So he was just a victim. You know, he's just somebody that has 250,000 followers, and some podcast scene and opening to drag him, and they did it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Did you get to hear the full statement that he was making?
Well, yeah, Chingo called me because I've been knowing Chingo for 10 plus years.
Okay.
And the thing with Chingo is, you know, me next to Chingo, my career isn't half as illustrious as his.
Right, right.
And he's never treated me different.
Okay.
You know, when he was at the heyday of his musical career, and he sold out the Key Club, he brought me backstage like I was one of his own.
Okay.
You know, he showed me love. We hung out. I was with like him and Kool-Aid, E-Dub. He's never denounced his people. He's never treated us any different as far as underground artists.
Right.
Whenever he came to LA, it was always love because he's from Texas. So, you know, I'm not a person that jumps to conclusions.
Right.
And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I only deal in facts. So, you know, when I hear people saying shit, I want to go and investigate. I want to hear about it. So I called him and we spoke about it.
And now, but can you kind of understand maybe why people said that? Maybe they didn't get the full picture. Maybe they might have heard snippets and they kind of made up their own mind.
Well, yeah, I feel like if you're only getting half the information, then you only understand half of what's going on.
Right.
As a person or as somebody that's intelligent enough,
right,
you're supposed to want to dig in deep and get the full information. But most people don't operate like that.
No.
They just, excuse me, they just hear something, they run with it. So, you know, unfortunately, that's the society we live in.
That's what the internet does.
And that's what the internet does.
Very true. Very
you know,
true.
you
The
can't
internet
really
will take something and just run with it as far as they could go.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He's just, you know, bad timing, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know, and something like that, you just have, and this just goes for everyone. When it comes to a subject touchy like that, you just have to be very, very careful because, you know, like you said, that he was speaking in a third person. Somebody might have just took one part that he said out of context and ran with it. But that can happen to anybody, not just necessarily him. That's why when you talk on subjects like this, you have to be very, very careful.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because people on the internet too, they could take it, edit it, and then they make you look like the biggest asshole or something.
Right. Yeah, that's why I try to like give very thorough details when I speak. you know, because I've gotten a lot of heat for certain things that I've spoke about in regards to black and brown, you know, relations.
Okay.
Right. Thank you for that. I'm sipping. So I've had people come at me in certain ways, but I'm very thorough when I speak, specifically for those reasons, because I don't want things to be taken out of context.
Right.
Because you got to understand, like, even for myself, a man that's half native and half Mexican, I can be misquoted and thrown under the bus immediately because I'm not necessarily full Chicano.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And, you know, even that is an injustice in itself because, you know, that comes from just us being systematically taught how to be racist towards our own people.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because in the beginning, there was no such thing as a Mexican. We were all indigenous. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We was all indigenous people. We was Aztecas, or we was Central Americans were Mayans, and then South Americans were Incas.
Yeah.
So the indigenous blood runs through our veins.
Right.
But you know, the Spaniards taught our people to hate indigenous people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Even for now, like the reservation that I'm from, there's a Spaniard mission on the reservation that my mom's land is on. So that means that specific reservation was conquered by Spanish conquistadors.
Mm-hmm.
We learned this hate from all those years of captivity and occupation from the Spaniards. You know, and it bleeds into current day. Like, you go to Mexico, like how many years ago were the Chapanecos fighting with the Mexican government,
right?
And the Zapatistas were you know, all that whole scenario played out because they were indigenous. They were the closest thing to indigenous people left, and Mexico somewhat was racist towards them.
Right.
And those are the things that we've learned from our conquerors. Right. So, like black people, we've been systematically taught to be racist to our own kind as well as other people.
You know, and I'm glad you said to our own kind, because as a youngster, you know, I grew up, both of my parents are from Mexico. Half of my family was born in Mexico. I was born here.
Yeah.
Okay. But I always wanted to go to the motherland where my mother and my dad were from.
Yeah.
But my mother always warned me, they're not going to treat you like they're one of your own. And it's the very truth, man.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean that I dislike them or have hatred. I just didn't understand it.
Yeah.
You know, they would tell me, you know, no eres Mexicano. You're not Mexican because you weren't born here. So, okay, you know, I felt out of place, but I'm like, you know what? But my mom and my dad they would accept them, but but that's just hatred amongst our own.
Yeah.
You know. So
and that was
over here we're not white enough, and in Mexico we're not Mexican enough, so we're stuck right in the middle.
You know, that's just been bred into us.
Yeah.
Years of captivity and occupation of our homeland. You know what I'm saying? So
okay. Well, I'm glad we talked about that. You know what? Now let's touch a little bit about your music.
Okay.
You had told me that you started, if I'm correct, writing or took interest in becoming a rapper in prison.
Yeah.
What inspired that? What motivated you? I mean, what made you say, fuck it, I'm gonna try rapping?
I got a cousin that graduated MI, which is Six Homeboy from his hood.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from
his
my
name is
neighborhood.
DJ Lust. Shout out to DJ Lust.
Hey, shout out DJ Lust.
He's my first cousin. So
Okay.
we always kind of like flirted with the idea of being rappers, but like I said, it wasn't a solid thing, you know. I knew Slow Pain early, actually.
Okay.
You know, Slow Pain was either related to one of my homies from my hood, or they were just really close friends.
Right.
So I actually seen Slow Pain early. Like in 2000, in like 92, 93, Slow Pain used to be at our picnics in my neighborhood and be rapping.
Oh, wow.
And some people at that point were like, you know, who is this dude? That's the fucking.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like homies are. And then some people were actually paying attention. So as I got older, I remember being in juvenile hall like around 1995 and actually seeing Slow Pain in magazines. Lowrider. I think he was on a 6'4" with the Queen, the JV, the neighborhood queen.
Yeah, JV, Rocky Padilla.
Yeah.
AOT.
So he was one of the first people that I actually seen rap.
Okay.
And then when I got out of YA, I met my homeboy Rec, which is from Wicked Minds, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Which is from my neighborhood as well. He wasn't my big homie because I was actually from my neighborhood before him, and his clique kind of got in afterwards. But he was an older person than me.
Yeah.
So I showed him that older person respect. And I actually spoke to him in about 2000, I remember, when I got out of YA, and told him that I wanted to rap. And I remember him telling me that he was looking to get a deal with Universal distribution. And then once he got that distribution, he'd be able to put homies in the studio.
Yeah.
I ended up going to prison. And that's when my cousin got in my ear because he was going to this school. And he's the one who really influenced me to start rapping.
Okay. And when you started writing in prison, did you let anybody hear it?
No, not at first. No.
Okay.
At first, it was more of a, because I didn't know how to write raps really. I was just writing like a letter.
Okay.
You know, in prison, if you ever been there, they have these long yellow sheets of paper.
Right.
So I was just writing like all these raps like it was
in
a big
poem
letter.
form?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I was doing it. And then when I came home, my cousin had a plug at a studio, and Meech Wells was running that studio.
Okay.
And if you don't know who he is, that's Mary Wells' son.
Okay.
So when we went to that studio, I met Badass. Badass actually the first person I rapped with.
R.I.P. Badass.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Bad. And
what year was this?
This was in 06.
Okay.
No, this was in 07.
Okay, see, that's when I took my break. I took a break from 07 to 2017. And I only came back just to do the documentary. That was it. So there's a lot of that I missed during that whole time. So I don't know. Please continue.
So, you know, when they first heard me rap, I guess they felt like I had potential.
Okay.
Because you got to understand, like, I've been listening to hip hop for so many years.
Right.
There was a point in my life where I used to kind of like recite the raps the way the rappers did it, but put my own words.
Yeah.
So even though it wasn't like a aspiration for me, it was still something that I was flirting with.
Yeah.
So when I actually started to rap, when people would hear me rap, they'd be like, "Yo, this dude is not like your average."
Your average, yeah.
Like he has something different. And that's when I ended up linking with Gorilla Black. And I linked up with Gorilla Black through DJ Ill Will. And you know, because we didn't really know what we were doing yet. You know,
if I'm correct, I know Gorilla Black sounded just like Biggie.
Yeah.
Okay. And did he ever sign the Puff?
No, he didn't.
Okay. That's what
so, you know, when I met them at a dub show, we were out passing out CDs, and I met Ill Will, and Ill Will was like, you know, he kind of was looking at me weird because I was the essay, but I was hanging him a mixtape, and I was like, look, I'm trying to get my my mixtape hosted. So he was like, here's a card, call me. So I gave him the CD. And I reached out maybe about 3-4 days later. And at that point, I was a big G Unit fan.
Okay.
So I was rapping over like all these G Unit instrumentals.
G Unit is a shit, though.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So he when I'm talking to him on the phone, he's like, yo, I heard your tape. He's like, this is like, oh, this is kind of crazy. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? He's like, you're kind of dope. Like, how long you been rapping? And I'm like, well, I haven't really been rapping long. Like, I've only been home from prison about, maybe almost a year at that point.
Right.
And he was like, well, you know, me and Gorilla Black, we're having a video shoot for his brother named Hot Dollar. And I would like you to come down so I can introduce you to them. You know, they already had a vision to create a Mexican group.
Right.
That was called Dollar Figure Essay.
Okay.
So people that have known me since then, they know me from Dollar Figure Essay. And when I got there and he heard me, I actually had the freestyle in front of Gorilla Black. So when I'm right there, I'm like rapping like, and he's just like, damn, this hard. Like,
right.
Do you write this shit? And I'm like, well, I write it, and some of it I wrote it in prison. He was like, yo, you're fucking dope. You know, he's like, this is what I'm trying to put a group together called Dollar Figure Essay, and I would like you to be a part of it. So I said, cool. And you know, I want to say that's when I really left my hood life alone.
Okay.
Because from that moment on, it wasn't about gangs no more. It wasn't about prison. It was about me focusing on rap and just walking into a lifestyle that I never imagined possible. Because I was actually a part of Gorilla Black's camp, and he was a gold artist at the time.
Yeah.
So you got to understand, the biggest shows in LA, we're doing them.
Right.
I'm meeting Young Jeezy, I'm meeting Lil Wayne, and I'm really meeting them. I'm in the same room with them.
Yeah.
I'm not.
We're not talking about Zoom.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily being introduced to them as a rapper, but I'm receiving that privilege as a part of the entourage.
Right.
So I'm just I'm in the fucking powerhouse stage.
Right.
I remember watching Drake walk right by me when he was not Drake yet.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm just experiencing all these things. And at some point is when I met Sick. And I had already made up my mind that it was like, yo, this is my life. I'm never going back to where I came from.
Yeah.
Not in the sense of me forgetting about it, but in the sense of this is a way out. Because I have 2 strikes. I parole from prison with 2 strikes with no idea what the fuck I was going to do.
Yeah. I want to ask him a question. When did you first hear of him?
It was from the Dollar Figure essay.
Okay.
It was I remember this was when I first started getting involved with like the YouTube.
Okay.
I forget what year they came out, but I started seeing a lot more videos on YouTube as far as like, I don't want to say Chicano rappers, but Chicanos that rap.
Okay.
And I started being able to see not the Capones anymore. I started seeing dudes that actually could rap. They could spit. Like they really making songs, albums, mixtapes, and all that. So I had came across one of his videos. What video was that? With Concrete and everybody in it.
Fuck, I don't remember what the name of it was.
I don't know, but
it was a big video. Though.
Yeah, it had like 10
Street
rappers
Life.
that looked like
Street
me.
Life.
Right.
It's called Street Life.
Yeah, Street Life. Yeah, so I had like 5 to 10 rappers on there. They all look like me, and they rap different. They didn't rap like the quote unquote the Chicano rap. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's how I rapped.
Okay.
So that's what caught my eye, and then that's when I hit him up on MySpace. Like, hey, bro, like how I was just curious, like, how are you getting this? How did you get in? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, go ahead and take your shot. I'm going to pour myself another one. So, but let me go ahead and ask you a question.
Yeah.
How did you respond to that?
I'm gonna be 100 with you. At first, I really didn't know how to respond to it, and I just kind of went through his page and I seen where he was from.
Right.
When I met Sick,
I got you with Last Hope. That's what I got you with.
When I met Sick, he was the epitome of a gang member.
Okay.
Yeah, he was diehard in the street. He was flagging. He was everything that you can think of a homie. He was that turned up, young savage. You feel me? Yeah. And I'm about 10 years older than Sick, so I ran it by my cousin because they're from the same whole scenario, and he knew his cousin. They had grew up together.
Yeah,
and he was like, I know them, and they're pretty solid dudes. You know what I'm saying? They're good homies.
Right.
So I responded to him, and we just started talking. When he actually got at me, I was already getting ready to leave Gorilla Black's group for like internal shit.
Okay.
Because for some reason, no matter what, when you get a bunch of Mexicans together, there's always gonna be there's always gonna be some shit. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I always say. Our culture is you think you're bad now. When you do some dope shit, you think you're bad now? Like, get the fuck out of here.
So
shit, even if you go to college, your shit don't stink.
Yeah. Fuck. So we were already having internal issues in the group about who was leading the group and what moves we were gonna make. When we put out our first video, it was when World Star Hip Hop was not World Star Hip Hop.
Yeah.
So
this was prior the World Star. Yeah. Prior that.
And we had got like over 100,000 views in a day.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when I met Kendrick Lamar, like Kendrick, there was a big concert at the Music Box in Hollywood, and Glasses Malone was performing, Rick Ross was performing, Gorilla Black was performing, J-Rock was performing, and Kendrick Lamar was J-Rock's hype man.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And I remember I was walking up over there because they were going to let me open up for Hot Dollar and Gorilla Black. And Kendrick Lamar runs up to me and he's like, has J-Rock's arm, and he's like, look, J-Rock, that's the essay I was telling you about. Like, he's on World Star Hip Hop. Like,
Yeah.
And I didn't know Dot at that point. His name was Dot to me.
Yeah, K Dot. That's
and
right.
he introduced himself to. He was like, "Yo, my name's K Dot," and he was like, "I seen you on World Star Hip Hop. Like, yo,
right.
you're nice." And that's how I met Kendrick Lamar. And it was just I began to make a lot of relationships, and I guess you could say in the black game.
Yeah.
Because I was an anomaly to them, I guess you could say. Because other than like people like Omar Cruz or Smooth Hustle, there just wasn't a lot of people that were spitting like us.
Right.
Rob's the one. Shout out to Rob's the one in the Valley.
Yeah.
It was just pockets of dudes that had this, I guess,
Different sound.
Different sound.
It wasn't the swap meet rapper. That's what I call it. Like,
You know what I'm
the
saying?
dudes
So
at the swap meet,
right.
the jerseys and shit.
Now, let me pause right there and ask you: have you ever been confused? I don't see how, but has anybody ever said, "Oh, Chicano rapper"?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Constantly.
And my thing with Chicano rap is that Chicano rap is the origins of what we do.
Yeah.
We could never denounce that. We
Right.
could never
Yeah.
be ashamed or run from it.
Yeah.
I embrace it to the fullest.
Yeah.
But I also understand that everything evolves.
Yeah.
So when I'm not a Chicano rapper. My origins are from Chicano rap, but I'm just a rapper at this point. I'm just a hip hop artist.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And even though I don't like the box that we're put in,
Yeah.
I will still embrace it. But that's not what I am. That's not what Sick is to me.
No.
We're just artists at this point. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
You know, when you listen to your music, if I closed my eyes and never saw you,
Yeah.
to me, in my opinion, you're East Coast cat.
Yeah.
East Coast cat. And there's nothing wrong with that because I love
Yeah.
East Coast music.
Yeah.
You know. But that your lyrical skills is what separates you
Yeah.
from everybody else. Doesn't necessarily mean, and I'm just gonna say it, that you're better. It just means that you're different. And
Yeah.
different is what wins, different is what sells.
Yeah.
Today we have music that all sounds the same. And I always give this example. Let's just take the early 90s. West Coast had their sound. We'll call it the G-Funk sound.
The golden
Yeah.
era.
Yeah. Then we have the South. They had their dirty South sound. Then we had the East Coast that had their boom bap shit.
Yeah.
And I love it all.
Yeah.
But we're able to tell that's an East Coast beat. That's
Yeah.
a down South beat. That's a West Coast beat.
Yeah.
Today,
That's right.
I can't tell.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And people will say, "Oh, you're just a hater." No, I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
You know, I try to get it, but I just don't understand it. How do you like the state of hip hop today?
I listen to everything, bro. I really honestly do listen to everything because my understanding of hip hop is allowing me to appreciate everything.
Okay.
So I can hear some Uzi Vert shit and hear the skill in it.
Okay.
Because as artists, we all bring our own vibe to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I appreciate all forms of music. I wish that it was, the golden era still. But, things elevate and things change.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't look down on any of the newer artists. I don't think that I find the beauty in all.
Yeah, just
all
like
avenues.
you said, it's just different.
Yeah.
It's different. You may like you said, West Coast stuff or East Coast stuff or certain sounding things, but nowadays it's just different. It's evolved to where a West Coast artist can sound like a New York sound or a down south sound. You know what I mean? And
Right.
it's not bad. It's not necessarily
Right.
we're trying to be something else. It's just different. We're able to maneuver.
See, now me, at my age, that's where I have the hard time accepting that because, again, not to try to brag, but just to pretty much just state facts. When you're in the studio and you're watching NWA create music that's going to change the world, when you're on my boy Goody Greg's house, I won't give the address, but and you're watching DJ Quick do his work, second to none, AMG, and they're about to change everything. You listen to Cypress Hill, music changes everything. So I lived through that era, and so today when I see music that is made on a laptop, I'm like, how? Like, it's hard. It's a hard pill for me to swallow.
Yeah, it's just things got simplified.
Yeah.
Simplified. It's way easier to make music now. Like you said, all you need is a laptop and one of these, and you're in the game.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question. You got a guy like Drake. He's rich, right?
Yeah.
Do you think Tina Marie ever made money like Drake?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I think
It's sad to say too.
That's where it hurts me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I think a lot of that just has to do with knowledge of the game.
Mhm.
You feel what I'm saying? You're not gonna sell crack if you don't understand how to make the shit, right?
I was good at rocking it up.
So I understand. Like I like to pride myself as someone with common sense, even though we all supposed to have it, we don't.
Yeah.
So I understand things. I understand how artists get beat. I understand how artists prosper. I understand all these things. And, you know, a lot of times there's people that don't understand this. So they're sitting there complaining. Oh, you know, so-and-so didn't pay me for this, or I didn't get my money off of this. But it's like, you turned in music that you didn't own the masters to any of the beats.
Right.
That you leased the beat from somebody. How do you expect to get paid?
Yeah.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm able to bypass a lot of confrontation because I actually understand a lot of things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Give me. I won't give a number. Give me some hot artists that are out right now in rap.
In our scene or just in general?
No, in like maybe within the last 5 years.
Let me see.
I know you mentioned Uzi Vert.
Uzi Vert is dope, but if I'm gonna mention actual rappers,
Yeah.
I'll say Benny the Butcher.
Okay.
I'll say Nick Grant. I don't know if you know who he is.
No, I'm not
I
even
would
gonna
say
front.
what's old boy from Carson, the Mexican dude? Austin Martin. Is it Austin Martin?
I'm not sure.
Austin Martin, I think his name is.
Okay.
I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but he's from Carson. He's a Mexican dude, actually. Fucking Kendrick Lamar, the whole TDE camp, the whole Griselda camp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, even though I listen to everything, I still really only pay attention to the lyricists. You know?
Okay. Give me your top 5, let's just say, that you think are dope today. Let's just say within the last 5 years.
I'm more into like the gangster West Coast shit. So I'd say like G Perico. I like how you say that fool's name? Bino?
Oh yeah, Bino Rio.
Yeah, Bino Redo or whatever. That fool. Blast.
Okay.
That dude's dope.
Yeah, Blast is dope. Doggy Style.
Doggy Style's dope. What's the other homeboy's name? Saint. What's his name? He rap with G.
Oh
Perico
yeah,
too.
the dude from Compton.
Yeah,
Saint
yeah.
Malo.
No.
He's dope too though.
Polyester the Saint, I think.
Okay,
Something
I haven't
like
heard
that.
of him yet.
And then I was gonna say somebody else, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Big Sick is dope too.
Yeah, check me out.
Okay, now I'm gonna put you guys on the spot.
Shout out Spanish Fly. The whole Spanish Fly is ill, bro.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay, you know what?
I'm trying to get on one of them songs.
I'm gonna
too,
be
man.
100 with you. A lot of motherfuckers, right, show a lot of disrespect to Spanish Fly by not mentioning Spanish Fly.
Mm-hmm.
I remember hearing Spanish Fly before I heard any of these motherfuckers. I'm talking about Capone, Shadow, Little One. I heard Spanish Fly in motherfucking 93.
Yeah.
When I heard Frank V and when I heard Frost.
Yeah.
And, you know, even though Frost is a legend in his own right, he never wrote his shit. So, I mean, that's tainted.
Yeah, at that point, it's
But, you
canceled
know,
out.
true legends like Frank V, like Spanish Fly, like all the originators. And I noticed there's a lot of disrespect when it comes to mentioning greats because people never mention Spanish Fly.
Right.
You got to think Spanish Fly is a group that had a gold album independently with no major promotions, record labels, etc.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Laid the foundation for what it is that we do.
Right.
Right? But yet they're never mentioned. So I just had to speak on that.
Well, why do you think that is?
Because Spanish Fly was they were revolutionary in their own right.
Yeah.
You know, the way they were spitting, they touched on lyricism early.
Right.
And a lot of their vibe, their slang was just different because they were coming from a different environment.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, the environment that they were coming from, was a mixed environment, so to speak, Mexicans and blacks. So obviously, I feel like some of the it was rubbed off to a certain extent.
Right.
They were real hip hop, infused.
First of all, let me give a shout out to DJ Tricks.
Yeah.
Esa Daz, Esa Rich Rock.
Yes, sir.
I knew Esa Rich Rock when he was in middle school.
Yeah.
So I had a chance to work with him.
That's
He was
dope.
actually almost going to be on one of my 80s mixtapes, but the guy who was pretty much telling me what to do, Steve Yano,
Yeah.
rest in peace, told me it was either Esa Rich Rock or High C. And he goes, let's go with High C. But you know why? Because in his mind, he sounded more like a Easy E.
Yeah.
So we went with that. So if not, he would have been probably the first Chicano to rap on these mixtapes.
So I think they get, I think the group gets overlooked when it comes to that legendary status. And there's something that they deserve. The group
I believe
deserves
that.
it.
I believe that. And believe me, I talked to both of them already, and we are going to include them in the Chicano rap documentary.
That's dope.
because it has to be. That's part of the foundation.
Yeah.
I heard Murray here. I had Jimmy from Urban Kings here, and Jimmy, in his mind, he said that Spanish Fly was the foundation of Chicano rap.
Yeah.
And I heard their demos in the 80s.
Yeah.
Not to take away from anybody else, but again, I live in the Harbor area. Carson's down the street.
Yeah.
So, of course, I heard it in the 80s. So, yeah. So, much love, much respect to those guys. And I'm thankful that you guys are continuing to live that name out. Even
most
now,
def.
over 30 years.
It's a privilege to be a part of the group. When I actually was initiated to the group, my brother Johnny D hit me up and he was like, "Yo, I like your vibe. I want to do a record." And it was a no-brainer for me.
Right.
I grew up listening to Spanish Fly, so I showed up and I did my thing. And Daz was feeling the vibe. Because I'm a big vibe person.
Yeah.
When I get in the studio, I vibe. I love just hearing the music, fucking with your studio and just vibing. You dig?
Yeah.
And it was very comfortable. So I went in there, did what I had to do. I dipped out. And then Daz called me and was like, "Yo, I'm putting together Spanish Fly. I think you'd be a dope addition to it." And I was like, "Man, that's fuck yeah."
That first single was fucking fire, bro.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that.
That
you know what I'm saying?
first single. And Johnny right here.
Well, one of the best artists that I've worked with thus far.
Yeah. And what about Mokes?
Mokes is another motherfucker that's
Mexicano.
Mokes, in my opinion, is probably top 5 best Mexican rappers out right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? From his performance, from the way he recites his lyrics, his character in his rhymes.
Yeah, homie got the swag, bro.
He got the vibe. You know what I'm saying?
I barely met him a couple times, but yeah, he got it, man.
It's just like with Sick. When I heard Sick, I knew that Sick he had that factor. My thing with Sick is like I wish he would work a lot harder than he does.
Oh shit.
Hey, I got 4 kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm real busy.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 34.
By that time, I had my 4.
Yeah, I got 4 kids.
I can feel you on that one, bro.
And they're already. My youngest is 7. My oldest is 18.
No, I could feel you on that one.
You know what I mean? So I get caught up. I get caught up with my kids, and they're
Family's
teenagers,
everything,
and they're doing the stupid shit, and you know what I mean. And at the same time, like when how old's your kid?
My kid, I have a 4-year-old and I have an 11-year-old.
Okay, you see what I'm saying though? Like I had already had kids already, so like he's like, "Nah, fool, come on, we'll fucking go kid." I'm like, "Bro, I gotta wake up, get my kids school for get my kids ready.
You gotta
for
feed
school,
them,
you know what I mean?
get them ready,
like you know what I
drive
mean?
them.
Yeah. So like I had to do all that shit, and me balancing both of them, and then my baby mama, she get on me too, and
She's probably watching right now.
To me, Sick is one of the most premier talents that we have in this scene.
Really?
I just gotta put in the work.
I think there's other people like him, but he's definitely a premier talent, just like Moke is.
Yeah.
Just like Johnny D is.
Yeah.
Just like
You know what Johnny D looks like? I'm gonna put him on blast right now. Anton LaVey.
Yeah.
Look up Anton LaVey.
Evil Vato, huh?
Yeah, he's evil Vato. From the hood.
I've always had like an A&R vibe, like a lot of people don't know I discovered Cujo.
Wait, say that again?
A lot of people don't know I discovered Cujo.
Really?
Yeah, Cujo came to me in 2013 when I
This
was
is
signed to
prior
Glasses
Capone,
Malone's
right?
label. And Cujo used to send me entire songs rapped on his phone. And he wanted me to manage him, but at that time I had caught a case and I was already on my way to prison.
Right.
And he would always be like, yo, you know, I want you to manage me. So I took his music to Glasses Malone. Glasses just didn't see the vision at that moment.
Right.
But we tried to set something up for him. It was me and another artist named Alcatraz.
Okay.
And we were going to invest in him.
Okay.
But like I said, I ended up having to go back to jail. So when I got out in 2015, Cujo hit me immediately. And we'd be talking. And I remember him telling me, yo, Capone wants to give me a deal. What do you think? And I was like, yo, that's great.
Right.
Because I knew that with his talent and the type of exposure that Capone could give him, that he would shine, which he eventually did. He even spoke to me about leaving Capone's label. And I didn't think it was a good move.
Right.
But it tended to work. It worked out for him. But for, like I said, for some reason, I was involved with Drummer Boy's career very early.
Yeah, I remember.
Being sick.
I remember being in the studio with him all the time.
Yeah.
And he just sit there and make beats. As a matter of fact, he was probably one of the first people that we brought into the squad. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. He actually was from our crew.
He was from It's the First for a cool little minute. Yeah.
I never met Drummer Boy.
As a matter of fact, that was back first class shit, right?
Yeah.
I know people have requested him. We reached out to him and never got an answer. Cujo, I love Cujo. He calls me his pop, sometimes his uncle. Yeah. I love Cujo. I think he's very talented. I'm going to tell you where he won me over when he did that song, If I Was Cocky.
Yeah.
That fucking song right there fucking blew me away. So, yeah, much love, much respect to my boy Cujo. I never met Drummer Boy, but I've invited him because a lot of people have requested him. But we never got an answer. So, but other than that, let me ask you this. Any Chicano rappers out right now that you listen to?
Chunks.
Okay. Yeah, I listen to Chunks.
619. I've been playing his shit. He got that Burner on the Side of Me song. That shit is
okay. I interviewed him.
Fucking crazy. You did? You had him on here? That's dope, bro.
Yeah. I endorsed Chunks early.
Yeah, he won the freestyle shit, right?
I endorsed Chunks early.
Who else is dope?
Who else? I think Tres is dope. I think Tres is dope, but I also think that Tres isn't he's not as dedicated as you should be. I think if Tres was really dedicated, like really just constantly making music, I think he'd be a threat.
I think he kind of worked like I do. He picks and chooses what he wants to do.
It's not that he's not a threat now. He's definitely a threat lyrically, but he just doesn't have enough content yet.
Okay.
But I think Tres is a premier talent. I think
who else? I'm trying to think, man.
Cujo is a top tier talent.
Yeah.
I know there's more. I just can't think right now.
When it comes to Dago, I don't think nobody's fucking with Chunks.
No, hell no.
Okay.
In my opinion.
He got melody too.
Yeah.
Like he's
I was supposed to interview a guy named Weirdo.
Weirdo's dope too.
I've heard some of his stuff.
Okay.
Weirdo
is
good
dope
music.
on a different level than Chunks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weirdo's dope in the aspect of
he has
a
swag.
commercial vibe.
Yeah, he has a certain image that fits very well with this.
Okay. And I don't deny that, but he canceled the day of.
Oh.
Well, you know, you got to think. I'll tell you a funny story, right? Check this out.
Tony don't like that shit.
You got to understand it, right? Little Weirdo hit me up like 3 years ago. He sends me a message and he says, "Hey, I see that you're doing your thing, and I'm getting some numbers. We should do a collaboration."
Okay.
At that moment, I had a record that was on XM. I mean, that was on Clear Channel Radio, FM, basically.
The West Side.
Like the West Side, and I had a record. That record was on radio for about a year in Mix Show.
That shit went over 100,000 on Spotify, man.
And so I was feeling myself, and I was like, "Yo, yeah, you know, I charge so and so for the feature." You know what I'm saying? I go front. So anyway,
why not?
About a year later, right? I see Little Weirdo, and I'm like, "Yo, this fool's kind of hot." Like
That's
he's doing
that
his
fool,
thing.
yeah.
So I go to hit the DM, and when I hit the DM, I see the message. yo, I charge so and so for the. So I'm like, oh damn. So I reach out to him like, hey, yo.
But you could take it back. The
at that point, it was long and over with, right? So I hit it back like, yo, your shit's dope. We should do some shit, but. It is what it is.
What was that? No answer?
No answer. Yeah, definitely no answer. He was like, you feel what I'm saying? But
he took his back.
Yeah.
I say that to say this is that sometimes when you're feeling that, you got to understand, like, we come from a game where we're pretty much shunned out.
Yeah.
So when we finally get that acceptance or we get that look, it's like, yeah, motherfucker, we're here. Fuck everybody that didn't love me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it definitely was a cocky moment for me, and I don't take offense to it, but that's just one of the many lessons that I've learned in the game. You always got to stay humble. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That's awesome, bro. Because I think that's what's helped me throughout my, if you want to call it, career. That I've always remained humble.
Yeah.
I've always tried to.
dope.
My thing is this. Approach is everything, and I've had people that I didn't know.
Yeah.
But they've always said, yeah, I've heard of you. Fuck it, let's do it. Why not? So if there's anything that I want to teach or share with this younger generation, approach is everything. And my thing is this, please don't ever feel entitled, because there is such thing as paying dues. And I'm sure some people have, but sometimes you just have to wait your turn.
Yeah.
You just have to wait your turn. So, but believe me, bro, I've gotten guys that have emailed me threats. Why haven't you interviewed me?
Come on, man.
Fuck your show.
Yeah.
All of this bullshit. And
I feel like I'm in that category at some point, right?
That sounds crazy.
You know what? But we're here today. And
and just to
pass me the bottle, please.
Just to clarify, because I know a lot of my followers were like, "Oh, well, you're going on the show."
Right.
I'm not a type of person that don't admit that I can be ignorant at times.
Okay.
And I tend to have a chip on my shoulder at times because I've been
for tripping a little bit.
I've experienced so much segregation in this game because of the way I rap, or because of the people that I allied myself with in the beginning of music, which was predominantly black rappers. Because
same here.
After I left Guerrilla Black's camp, I became a part of Glass and Malone's camp, which is really my mentor and has taught me everything I know about music.
Okay.
So I've always had a chip on my shoulder because when I was with them, I used to go to the and this is one thing that I can relate to Omar Cruz about, is that I used to go to them same swap meets and try to drop the mixtapes, and they would hear them and be like, "Yo, like this don't belong here.
You need to go over there."
Yeah, exactly. So I always felt that real heavy outcast vibe from the real Chicano rappers, like the Capones and the Snappers and all these people that had the attention at that moment.
Right.
I never felt like we were that.
Yeah,
Like,
we
I've
weren't,
never-
but we weren't being accepted because we weren't that. So,
and I'm glad you're bringing that up, because that's a very powerful point, because a lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah.
Here's what people think Chicano rap is. ¿Qué hubo, mija? Órale, ¿qué onda?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, and fuck, I mean, if I can rhyme cat with hat, I'm a Chicano rapper.
Yeah.
And a lot of people hear that and, oh, you're dissing us. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying to make a point. Believe me, I get DMs, I get text messages. You fucking hate Chicano rap? Motherfucker, I am Chicano. I still live in the fucking hood, bro. I never moved out. But let's be honest. And I'm going to quote AOT. He was here the other day. He goes, most of Chicano rap sucks. It's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Well, it was the beginning stages of Chicano rap. I would say it's not Chicano rap sucks. I think the beginning stages, you're just figuring shit out. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Shadow. Shadow's always been
Shadow's always been
top
dope.
tier lyricist.
Yeah, I've always liked his shit.
I'll name some. Night Owl. Okay.
Night Owl was dope.
Okay. Just my
Royalty. Shout out to Royalty. He controls everything.
Royalty.
Royalty's the beginner of everything, and
Shadow.
he's the man.
Okay. Shadow. Little One. I love Little One shit. Then you got Little Rob. I
never was feeling Little One.
Okay, that was just my list.
Yeah.
So to me, when I think of San Diego, that's who I think about. Okay, if I miss anybody, but
you know what? When I first met,
do you remember G-Lo?
No, I don't, bro.
He rapped with Little One, but he had this like crazy ass like deep
Now,
voice.
What year did he come out? Because again, 7 to 2017.
No, it was when Little One was out. I think they did a joint project called The Sickos. It was Little One and G-Lo. This dude G-Lo was. I don't know. It just stood out from that camp, like the Little One, the Sicko camp.
Dude, let me tell you something.
Man.
Here's when I became a Night Owl fan. When I heard, "Here comes the Night Owl."
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
He was doing that shit before fucking Bone Thugs and Harmony.
I like Night Owl.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
When I first met Shadow, I was like, "Yo, I fuck with you," and I think San Diego is the mecca of Chicano rap. I told him.
Really?
And then I heard.
No, say that again.
I said that San Diego was the mecca of Chicano rap.
I could stamp with that too. I
because
agree with that.
I felt like a lot of the premier artists came from there.
Okay.
And then I seen his interview, and I remember him saying San Diego is the mecca of Chicano rap. So shout out to Shadow for that, because I feel like I said something that translated to what he felt.
I guess you're not saying that the originators, but it became the
No,
Mecca.
I really think it is the mecca of Chicano rap. I think the most premier lyricists and dopest artists came from Dago at one point.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that we're
because realistically,
started evolving at that point.
Okay.
Over
let's
there.
say for instance, aside from Spanish Fly and maybe Frank V, excuse me. I'm tipsy.
It's okay. Give him
another
round. Give him another round.
These are the championship rounds right here, baby.
We got 2 more rounds to go. 4 rounds.
These are the championship rounds. Shit's about to get real.
Yeah, you ain't driving home, dog.
Yeah,
I'm gonna drive.
I think we didn't have as many premier lyricists as Dago did.
Yeah.
You know, Seldom Seen comes from Dago.
Oh, Seldom Seen was dope. I totally forgot about that, dude.
Fucking, Shadow, fucking
there's another dude.
Who else comes from out? Little Rob.
Something.
Little Rob was mad
okay.
lyrical. That people don't necessarily give Little Rob that credit, but like No Soy de Ti is like the greatest song ever.
Damn.
Right?
Yo, San Diego, stand up.
Shout out to Dago.
San Diego, stand up.
Shout out to Dago.
I love
I used to
Dago.
live down there too.
You feel me?
They
I love
always showed me
Dago.
love
It's like
when
a
I was
second
out
home
there.
for me.
Hey, you know what? I went to Little Italy not too long ago.
Yeah.
And Night Owl was like, you got to go here, you got to go here, you got to go here. He knows. Night Owl knows all the restaurants out there.
I went to a restaurant called Master. It's either Mr. or Master A's.
Okay.
It's on top of a building.
Okay.
It's about 12 floors. If you ever get a chance, beautiful restaurant, man. The steaks are about 150. So you gotta take a fly piece up
That
there.
motherfucker better be that fat.
I'm just saying though, but you gotta
tomahawk joints, right?
You gotta take that one up there. That one female that that special joint. You dig?
That's that wifey spot.
Yeah, that's that one spot.
You can't take a hood rat, right?
No,
why you waste
but
that
on the
much
flip
money
side of
on
that,
it?
the bitch gotta know that the Momo is right after this bitch.
Either that or like my boy KK said, the motel parking lot.
Yeah, the Momo is next, bitch. You feel me?
Yeah, exactly. Nah. If I've been let me stop. Fuck. Yo, what the fuck is going on?
You know what? Current day, I think we have a lot of spitters, man. Shout out to Cujo. Cujo's a beast, bro. He's super dope.
Now, we haven't mentioned one person.
Tres is super dope.
Okay, I'm gonna throw his name out there.
Okay, let's hear it.
Misfit.
You know what? I haven't really listened to his music. I know he makes dope beats.
You know what? I want to see. You know what? I have mixed feelings when it comes to Misfit. I feel like he's more of a personal rapper, if that makes sense.
Okay.
He kind of he talks about his feelings and certain things that I wouldn't necessarily talk about.
Okay, he's different.
He's like a Fora type of guy.
Okay.
But not saying that he's like him, but they have similar traits in the aspect of
I get what you're saying.
their content.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But I think he's a talented producer. I think, and he got bars like a motherfucker.
Okay, I'm gonna share something with you guys.
Yeah.
Misfit right now, he released. I don't know if he's actually even released it, but he gave me a CD with him and the guy named Truth.
Okay.
That I interviewed here. That's the only shit right now that I'm fucking pumping.
That's dope.
I love his shit. I know people like, oh, you fucking be dick riding. I like different, man.
Yeah.
I like different. And
Hey, we
I
gotta
really
get him
do.
the 710 circuit.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's why when I listen to your rap,
Yeah.
bro, like I said, to me, if I close my, I'm listening to East Coast cat. I grew up on that shit.
You
bro.
know, I'll be 100, man. I'm one of the best in the game. Top 5 in this shit.
Really?
For sure.
You guys heard it here first. Roadium Radio exclusive.
Oh, I mean, the people know that.
Okay.
The people will tell you that. This,
On some cocky shit?
Not even on no cocky shit. Like I've had, like if you do your history on me, like allhiphop.com, which is one of the biggest hip hop outlets in this country.
Right.
It gave my album When I Came Home a 8.5 rating.
That shit's dope.
You feel what I'm saying? They just did a big spread on me, talking about what I brought to Chicano rap.
That's dope.
So when I say I'm one of the best, I don't say it because I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that
That's what they're
because the
saying
people
about
told
you.
me that.
Yeah. Okay. So is it safe to say you're giving yourself flowers?
Yeah,
gotta
but
get it
no,
from
because
somewhere,
like I
right?
said, like you don't gotta believe me. You just gotta Google what these other outlets are telling you.
Well, you know what? We were talking earlier that, but you know what? It isn't you that's saying it. If that's what they're telling you, that's what they're telling you.
The people tell me that. I don't tell myself that.
Okay, then that's good because I think that's important.
I mean, how many rappers have I killed already? You know,
you're not talking about literally. You're talking about lyrically.
Lyrically, how many have we dusted off? What's that one chump's name from?
I don't remember.
Vegas?
I don't remember these bodies. Like I
forget. You know, it's hard to remember dead people.
He serves. Yeah, he serves them up.
Well,
I just dig the hole, man.
Well, we just had the Dia de los Muertos.
I just dig the hole.
Fuck, I can't even remember his name, dog. Bad Boy. I mean, I had to kill him.
Okay, and we just celebrated Dia de los Muertos.
We're celebrating Bad Boy's death.
Yeah, he tried to come back alive. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, it's like how do dead people come back alive?
Yeah,
You know
he trying to come back
don't
alive.
Even make sense.
Maybe he had 9 lives. I don't know.
I don't know. You know what? I'm just saying. You know, I mean, now that we're really talking about it, fuck Clica One as a label, as a staff.
And as a motherfucking crew.
Nah, but anyway.
Okay, someone needs to bring me another beer, please.
Yeah, come on.
Someone needs to bring me another beer.
I'm saying, like I said, we championship hours, baby. Nothing but raw and uncut real. But you know, people like that, right? You know,
have you heard that song Body Bag?
Oh, Body Bag is instant classic.
Yeah,
I haven't. But please tell me why Clica One, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you know what, I do want to interview them. I don't want them to come here. But
yeah, they're not coming here.
Okay. Well, at least share one.
There will be no Clica One anything in LA. Let's just let that be known.
Oh shit. Okay, go ahead.
You know why? Because I think dude is corny off the rip, and he just don't want to live his glory days alone.
Wow.
You know, I as an innovator, we respect. I respect all the OGs.
Okay.
At one point, there was respect.
Right.
But then,
you know,
he started picking at his scab. It was like one of them kids that just pick at that scab, and you're like, what the fuck is he doing?
You know, and then he dissing the fly. That's crazy,
like,
bro.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
That you know.
Big dog. Real quick, you can't close that wooden door.
So you know, but really, he's not a threat.
Okay.
You know, and when I spoke to him, his vibe was that of a corny motherfucker. You know, when you speak to him, you could tell his storyca is weak, and he gives me that vibe of someone who ain't a threat.
Okay.
Of someone who's soft.
It is what it is.
A lot of people request them, so that's all
I mean,
I'm
you know,
I'm pretty sure he got that buzz and those requests from him.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think like,
you know what I mean?
Nobody is paying attention to that dude. You feel me?
Okay.
And we're actually giving him some love by mentioning his name. And I felt like I should mention his name just because I feel like mentioning it. But in reality, like, he's a weenie and a sucker. You know what I'm saying?
And you got 2 shots. You got 2 shots right there.
Hey, hold on. Let me put these away because I don't want nobody to think that it's because of the shot. Bad Boy, you a weenie. You a sucker. And
so you're not talking about Bad Bunny. You're talking about Bad Boy.
Bad Bunny. That's
okay.
Bad
There you
Bunny.
go.
That's
Bad
the new
Bunny.
name. Shout out to Tony A. We got a new name for Bad Boy. Bad Bunny.
Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah.
You already know Spanish Fly is in the motherfucking building. I'm just saying.
It's the first.
It's the first is in this bitch.
Nah,
Shout out to Bad Bunny.
09 to
Bad
present.
Bunny, we see you.
Okay,
Your
no.
old ass. Motherfucker like 50 years old. He got his motherfucking pants leg hanging
I'm 52.
Motherfucker, you in LA. What you doing?
Yeah,
I mean, you in
but
the West
ain't
Coast.
doing that. He
Why you
tryna
got
do
your
the LL
motherfucking
Cool J
pants
and all
leg
that.
hanging up to your knee? And it's funny because when he got his pant leg up to his knee, you can see how his flesh is old. So he got like old man calves. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh shit, dog.
No offense to the old homies, because you know what? Honestly, you look a lot more healthier than Bad Bunny does, bro.
You know what? I haven't even paid attention that much to this guy, so I couldn't even tell you.
You know
like,
what? When
none
I
of
see
that
Bad
shit.
Bunny, I wouldn't even fight with him with closed fists. I just slap box him. He can fight with me with closed fists, but I'll be slap boxing him. You feel me? So he can swing at me with closed fists, and I'll just be slap boxing him like bow, bow. You feel me? Because yeah, I can tell he's a weenie.
Tony loves
his
this
whole
shit.
vibe is weenie. You feel what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. And he's a clout chaser. You know, it's funny because when people, if you follow me on IG, you know that I was speaking up on the Tariq Nasheed issue.
Yeah.
He tried to hit me up talking about where can I find all that information.
On some cool shit?
On some cool shit, right? But it was oxymoronic because he's a crib.
Wait. What?
You didn't know that?
Yeah, oh yeah. Bad Bunny is a Mexican crib. So, and it's
Vegas.
funny because he actually didn't attack Tariq Nasheed because obviously
Right.
he's a crib.
Right.
But he attacked Chingo Bling, our own gente. So that's why I thought it was even more suspect.
Okay.
It's cornball shit.
Okay.
Cornball,
Okay.
bro,
Okay. Let me
cornball.
get this straight.
He's a bag of Fritos.
Yeah.
Kalika one.
Yeah.
Dude is a crib.
He's
Yeah.
they're actually a crib, a norteño, and I don't know who else. I don't know how they've been flying under the radar this
Yeah.
whole time. But
Everybody,
they
that's
have.
what's crazy. You probably thought they was all homies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were homies
wrong.
at first.
I thought they was homies too, and then come to
Come
find
to
out.
find out, he's Little Toenail from Las Vegas or some shit. You feel me? So it just is what it is. You feel
Oh
me?
shit!
Come to find out, he's little half dead
Yeah,
from
from Vegas,
from
or
Vegas
whatever.
crib.
Fuck. All right.
So yeah.
What else do we talk about?
Hey, I'm telling you, bro. Like, yeah, man. You know, whenever he wants to pull up and get these hands, these slap box hands, because I'm not gonna hit him with my closed fist, because I don't want to get a case.
You know what I want you to do? If you do, wear a Michael Myers mask and like. You know.
Like, you know what I mean? We might just pull him over, give him a little cantada. You know what I'm saying? With his old ass.
Okay, I'm not gonna diss him. Click on one. I'm not dissing you, but I'm just listening.
Spanish fly in this motherfucking BZ.
Hey, you know what? You know
It's the
Spanish
first.
fly. Okay,
It's
when I
the
was
first,
in
baby.
when I was in junior high school, you know what Spanish fly was?
What's that?
It's what today Viagra is.
Woo. Oh, hold on, we're gonna have to experience.
Yes,
Explain that.
Like back in the day, like in porn magazines. You know, like
It was a red pill, right?
Yeah, it was like a pill, bro. Like you take it, and it was like
Foolish Yoko youngsters in the building, baby.
Yeah, you know it's funny. Like I would hear dudes like, "Yeah, it's supposed to get you horny." So in my mind, as a seventh grader, I'm thinking to myself, "Don't you get horny already?" Yeah. Like the fuck? You know, don't you get horny already, dude? Look it. I'm in my 50s, bro.
Okay.
I need something to keep it down. Okay? I get dudes that are in the 20s. Hey, what do you take? I don't take shit.
Yeah.
The fuck you talking about?
Man,
you know?
man.
You know what it is? You take care of yourself, you should have no problem. But
That's
a
what
lot
I'm
of these
saying.
guys
You
are
be
like
healthy, bro. Drink a lot of water.
Yeah,
You know what Bad Boy from Click Out Room reminds me of? That little cousin that you have that every time you slap him up, he goes and cries to your grandma. That's how Bad Boy is. He cries to his grandma. He went and cried to Frost like, yo, they're picking on me.
Now, what are they gonna do anyway?
What the fuck is Frost gonna do?
Yeah, what the fuck is they
You
gonna
feel me?
do, bro?
Like Frost don't even write his own rhymes. How in the fuck are you the godfather of Chicano rap? You don't write your own rhymes. I'm just saying, I'm just putting that out there. You don't have to accept it or love it or whatever. I'm just saying, like, how can you be a godfather if you don't have any kids? Hey, that's metaphoric to the point that how could you be the head honcho if you don't write your own shit?
Yeah.
You want me to tell you a funny story, right?
Hold on, before you say that, when Roadium Radio's pumping, the panties are dropping.
You want me to tell you a funny story? Frost was sending me a verse one time, right? Frost sending me a verse one
Check
time,
this
right?
out. Yeah, listen to this.
So we get the email and we put it on play, and we're hearing Tank rap.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you heard of that dude, Big Tank?
Big Tank?
He's a
Shout out to
Christian
Big
rapper
Tank.
now.
He's a homie.
Yeah, he's a Christian rapper now.
I'm
But
hearing
check this
Tank's
out.
voice, but it says Frost verse.
And we're like,
and my engineer's
like,
like,
what?
Is that Frost?
That don't
And
sound
I'm-
like Frost.
And I'm like, wait, embarrassed. And I'm like, yeah, that's Frost. It's just his voice is a little deeper. Then I get a phone call and it's Tank. And he's like, hey, yo, did you get that email? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, that was the wrong email. Then they send another email and it's Frost.
It's him on the
rapping
same beat,
verse.
fucking rapping the
So,
same verse.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just
Man, dog.
I thought that was funny. You know what I'm saying?
That was fucking hilarious, bro.
But
The funny thing is, he tried to play it off to the engineer, like, no.
It's funny because that
trying to cover it up for homie.
because that's Bad Bunny's like best friend or his go-to. Like, oh, Frost. You know, I've been rapping with Frost this whole time. Bad Bunny's gay, bro.
What the fuck?
I'm just saying. You feel me?
You know, I mean, back in the day, gay meant like you were happy. You
Yeah,
know,
nah,
You know,
he-
Fred
So
Flintstone.
now it
Hold
makes
on.
you soft.
Fred Flintstone. We have a gay old time. Today, you mean something totally different.
Yeah.
So, how do you mean it?
He's homo. You know, I think you know, it's funny. I think definitely Bad Bunny definitely has an attraction to men because I always see myself like on his page. He'll put pictures.
Oh
of
yeah,
me and
this
shit
fool has like
that.
memes and shit.
Yeah, like
He
he's
done
in love with a
voiceover shit
motherfucker.
on your
you feel
shit.
me?
Like that's just crazy.
Apparently he's in love with fat dudes. I mean, hey, I'm not on that. Hey, Bad Bunny, I don't play none of that. This is
Hey, they tell you to ease up on boy.
This is an announcement. I'm not with that weirdo shit. You know that obviously where you come from shit. Give me a pass.
Yeah, hey, but isn't that shocking? Isn't that shocking though that they're not homies? Like you really thought they was homies their whole career.
The whole time you thought you was bumping some real shit. Come to find out he's fucking Snoop Dogg the third.
He's baby style.
not like that. I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with being a Crip. There's nothing wrong with being Snoop Dogg. But I mean, you know, yeah, Bad
You don't
Boy
think he
is-
tapped out by now?
He's
Nah,
not.
man.
Hey, go on his Instagram. He's just steadily, just every day, just meme after meme after
Yeah.
meme. It's like, bro, give it up. Body bag, it's over. It's a wrap.
Yeah, we've
I
been
dug the
killed
hole,
you.
We put
You
him
feel me?
in.
It's like we've been laid you in the grave.
Yeah, bro.
It's like I see dead people every time you're talking.
Yeah,
it just doesn't even
dog,
make sense.
like,
you feel me? Like,
this shit is crazy, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a
Spanish fly in this bitch. You already
It's the
know.
first,
Okay,
motherfucker.
here is a good question.
Yeah.
Today, who is the face? Let's start from 1990.
Okay.
When Chicano rap started.
Yeah.
Most people would say it started with Frost, 1990. Okay. So now 2020. Okay. Who is the face of Chicano rap?
I say Little Rob.
Okay, Little Rob.
I'm gonna have to say King Lil G.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I'm
present
gonna have
day.
to say
yeah,
King Lil G.
King Little G.
King Lil G is the most prosperous from what I see.
Are you going off of prosperous or are you going off of lyrical?
Prosperous.
Okay.
Like popular wise.
Okay.
Yeah, he's touring the nation with you know, he's selling out arenas.
Right.
Yeah.
He fucking lives in a mansion apparently. He's the personification of what I think we're all.
present day. I say King Little G.
I think he's the finish line, so to speak.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that it stops there. That just means that where he's at, we're aspiring to get at some point.
Okay. Okay. Now, can you say? And I know people are gonna get mad because for some reason every time I ask these questions,
I think we got enough people mad. We good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, shout out to the whole Vegas.
Yeah, shout out to Vegas. We get
I
love
love
in
Vegas. Shout out to my
Yeah.
boy
Fuck
Welby out
yeah.
in Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Slowpoke. Shout out to Latin Bees.
Yeah.
All the people that are really doing shit in Vegas. Shout out to them. you know.
Okay. Shout out to Vegas, but not a shout out to New York Hotel because last time we were there, they were fucking racist towards me and my brother.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
All right. Well, fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them.
I
Fuck
bet
New
you
York
Bad Boy
Hotel.
got a stake in their company. Or something.
Yeah, he probably has a fucking
You know what I'm
room
saying?
there.
I feel that vibe from him. He seems like that type. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I forgot the fuck I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Take your foot off his neck, dude.
Hey, Bad Boy, when I catch you, all slap box, all smacking.
Michael Myers mask. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't have to worry.
I'll make sure I get the video for
Oh, yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna ask you this.
Yes, sir.
And I know some people are gonna get mad, but we're good.
Hey, we're
Okay.
pissing people off already.
We have a Drake, we have a Game, we have a Eazy-E, we have a Dr. Dre, we have a Kanye West, Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Okay. We already know where they're at.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there any Chicanos up there right now? Chicano rappers?
I could say Mexican rappers, but not Chicano
Okay,
rappers.
we're talking about money and popularity.
Okay.
Oh, what about, would you consider OGZ a Chicano rapper? You can't, right?
I would say he's a Chicano that's a rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
I'd say he's getting it.
and then,
But
it's
back
hard
to my
say.
question, are they up there with these guys?
No.
Let's,
Okay.
let's never
No,
say
because
that
you gotta
name
understand,
ever.
like, our industry is 30 years behind the black industry.
Yeah, that's true.
Off the rip.
That is
Okay,
true.
okay, say that again.
We're at least 30 years behind the black industry.
Yes.
Okay, now,
When it comes to finance, endorsements, when it comes to deals, all that, we're super behind.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
who's really behind is Bad Bunny. I'm just saying.
okay. Okay. One more.
You bitch!
Okay, now, let's talk just a little snippet about, this guy claims to be Mexican.
Okay.
He's out of New York.
That sounds like somebody from Click on One. Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Hey, man, I gotta stop giving these motherfuckers
Yeah, I know,
promo,
just-
bro.
hey.
Okay,
just-
Tekashi, would you say, because at one point,
Chanclas, that's it.
yeah, at one point,
No.
well, I don't know if he still is now. At one point, let me just finish my statement. He was considered.
Was he?
Wait, let him
hold
finish.
on, hold on.
Yeah, let him finish.
The biggest Mexican
Artist.
artist.
Okay, by
in the game.
nationality, I guess yes.
He's Puerto Rican.
But by
and
standard
Mexican.
wise, no. Because when you think of Mexican, you think of
One of
the
us,
reglas, you think of
Yeah.
you think of all these other things, right? And he just doesn't fit into the criteria of what we do.
Yeah.
Now, is it safe to say, because we live out here in Cali, that he doesn't fit into our culture? So we say, fuck him. You
Not
know?
necessarily.
No,
fuck
because
him.
he identifies
It's-
with black
it's-
gang members.
That's what I was gonna.
So
get
he
at.
identifies with the black lifestyle.
Okay.
Yes.
The way Clica One does. And I'm just putting that out there. The way they live the Crip lifestyle, he lived the blood lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
So they identify with a whole nother
it's
vibe and scenario.
It's a whole different culture. It's
Yeah.
not the same culture.
Okay.
So when you want to find who is the biggest Mexican rapper,
Right.
Chicano rapper, I would say an OGZ.
Okay. What about-
would you consider Little Pump? No, right? He's in the Tekashi.
I mean, he's a Mexican
He's
man.
Mexican.
I don't-
Yeah. He's Mexican. I stick with OGZ.
Okay, what about, I'm going to throw a name out there. Caps or Cap
Cap
one?
G.
Cap G.
Cap G from ATL. He represents the people really like frontline with it, but again, I don't think he necessarily fits the criteria of.
Now, what criteria? Is that the
culture.
West Coast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's be real. Yeah.
Now, let's be. Is it safe to say that because he doesn't fit
But
our
that-
criteria,
but
that we
even
don't
in
accept him?
In North Carolina,
Yeah,
you
but you
have
gotta
the Chicano
understand too
culture out there
that
like
we're
that too.
we're the go-to of the criteria.
Yeah.
Okay, I can.
Everybody wants to be like California.
Like I said, you go to North Carolina.
I mean, look at fucking Bad Bunny. He's a Crip in Las Vegas. Crip started in L.A.
You go to North Carolina and you get a Chicano from out there, and they look like from out here.
Right.
Texas, Arizona, all
Right.
that. They dress in Dickies and flannels and all that shit too. So when I'm trying to get off that shit so hard.
Yeah, he's trying to change the subject. I mean, Man, you know what? I apologize, man. I just like to clown and talk shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I don't apologize to Bad Bunny. I'm just saying.
Okay. All right. Fuck it then. Let's move on.
Hey, shout out to Royalty, man. I like Royalty a lot, and you know, Royalty's the creator of everything.
Okay, I
Hold on. Yeah, I saw your face when you said that. Let me tell you something about Royalty. He's in the wrong business.
I love Royalty.
Royalty's in the wrong business. You know we should have been, and I know he's listening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Royalty.
Royalty,
what's up?
Should have been in wrestling.
Promoter?
I can't wait to see you next week with these twin ass. That's him. That's him.
I feel it. I can see that.
You know,
Yeah.
Royalty's a good dude.
Okay, look, I just seen in the comments. What do you think about that dude Lil Mystery on Fools Gone Wild? Would you consider him a Chicano rapper?
No.
Are you talking about the guy with the mask?
Yeah.
No, he's not rapping.
He's a character. That's like Weird Al type shit, right?
Yeah, that's Weird Al. When you say Weird Al,
Weird Al Yankovic, whatever his name is.
Okay,
I'm a little bit older. Look, I know a lot of people probably don't even fucking know who that is.
That's what I see Chingo Bling as well. Okay?
I agree.
Okay, now but let me tell you something about
it's a character.
Yeah, Fools Gone Wild.
I'm not in it. Hold up, because I seen this. I'm not clowning Royalty. I love Royalty. That's the homie.
Yeah.
I'm just giving him his props. You know what I mean? Because Royalty, if you know Royalty, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's the creator of everything.
Okay, of course. Okay, now let me say something about Fools Gone Wild guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what people have told me.
I heard he's Jewish.
Who?
Nah, he's Raza. I know him personally.
Who is that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
When they first started, he was doing lives, and
He's
he'd
a
be in the
rapper.
8th Street projects, right?
When we go off here, I'll show you who he
Right.
is.
Okay.
Okay. This is what I heard. Again, I'm going off of what I heard, not what Tony
Hearsay.
knows.
Yeah.
Hearsay. People have told me he's Jewish.
That's
he's
what I
have
heard.
something else.
Yeah.
And he's partially Mexican.
Okay.
That's what I heard. So that's all I'm going to say. Okay.
Yeah.
I know people have told me he's making fun of our culture.
Is he?
Okay, that's what people have said.
I would say exploiting if he's not Raza.
Okay, people have said, oh, he's making fun of our culture. Now, the other half have said, no, he's a comedian. He's pushing our culture. He's just funny.
Yeah.
Since I never met the dude, I cannot
really
sit
say,
here
right?
and judge the guy.
Yeah.
I can't. But all I'm doing is sharing what people have told me.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. But I did hear the Jewish thing.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I'm not sure. I don't know the dude. Like I said, I guess homie knows him, but yeah, like
I don't know. I feel like people accept it and the gente support it.
Yeah.
So
I if he's Raza, I do agree with he's the comedian pushing the culture. I do agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep it pushing.
Yeah.
So now, Annimeanz
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It means necessary.
It's funny because people call you Annimeanz.
Yeah, it's just the way it's spelled. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
By any means necessary.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What can we expect from you this year? Do you have anything coming out?
Yes, sir. I got a project called Cudahy Doughboy 3.
Fire.
And Cudahy Doughboy is actually the mixtape that really started to get me real attention.
Okay.
So we're putting out part 3. Shout out to Beto Perez in Dago, because he was the one who really convinced me to do a part 3. Because I did a part 2 a couple years ago and I was done with it.
Okay.
And he was like, "Yo, you need that part 3." So we're making part 3. And it's a dope project, man.
Okay.
I think this project is special because it's catching me in a transition of what I am as an artist.
Okay.
And who I have been in the past. When people listen to my music, I think a lot of people they associate me with like selling dope.
Okay.
Rock, and I came up in that era. I sold crack as a kid, a corner dealer.
Right.
So when I began to rap, I rapped about a lot of those experiences.
Right.
So people know me from that. But Doughboy 3 is me kind of like coming out and becoming a man, maturing.
Okay.
So I have a turkey drive that I'm doing in Cudahy this year.
Okay.
My city where I come from. So I speak on things like that. I speak on being a father, and I just speak about more personal things opposed to the dope boy message that I've been speaking about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Dope. Other than that, man, When can we expect anything from you? Can we expect anything from you this year?
Yeah, I like I said earlier, I just need to get to it. I just really need to get to it, put in the work. But me and him already did a project. It's called the 710 Circuit. We're releasing it in single form. So we're doing, how many is it? Like 10 singles?
Yeah, it's about 10.
So like 10 singles. And then at the end of that, we're going to put it into like a package with the CD or whatever. And you could buy the whole package. And then, and then me and him are going to start on another, I don't know if it's going to be the 710 Circuit part 2 or whatever. And then I eventually want to drop a solo project also.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to the Sick project. A lot of people are, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
people that
actually
support
get
us in
hounded.
our core base really love what Sick does. So
yeah, I get asked a lot to do solo stuff. So I just got, like I said, I just got to get to work. So
okay, that'll work. Well, you got to definitely develop a work ethic of somebody that's hungry.
Yes, sir.
And believe me, family comes first, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what I preach. Family always comes first. Because when I had, my children, like, everybody else can kind of fuck off. Not that I was trying to be mean.
That's how
but I'm
I
like, you know what?
That's how I
home
took
base
it.
first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got to take care of my children.
Yeah.
So my kids mean the world to me. I help coach my son in football, and he was very successful.
Yeah, that's
so,
great, man.
I love being a part of my family. So
yeah, I do love being a father. I take pride in that, and it's hard, but that actually keeps me focused and away from the street shit and all that other shit. Like, it keeps me grounded, I guess you could say, and humble. Because, like I said, I love being a father. I love my kids. You know what I mean? So
I love being a father too. That's why I got busy early.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, you feel me?
I love being a father too, man. I love being a father because Bad Bunny's my son. You feel what I'm saying? I've been son that fool, so I love being his father.
All good, brother. We've come to an end, so
Yes,
if
sir.
you want to give a shout out, go ahead and give a shout out. Donald Trump, whatever you want.
Hey, you know what? First off, I want to give a shout out to the whole Spanish Fly Clica. Shout out to everybody from the Fly. I want to give a shout out to Bad Bunny's baby mama. What up, shorty?
Hey!
Big Sick, the whole first. Andrew John, what up? Man, I definitely want to give a shout out to you, man. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thank you for having us,
It was a great experience.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I definitely wanted to come on to the show and just do my thing. So I appreciate you for having me.
All good, brother. All good. Thank you very much for coming.
Yes, sir. And honestly, I think that you're and I've always said this, no matter what, I think that you're a force in our community and in our scene. You're a pillar. And I think that what you're doing is revolutionary for the scene. And I think that everybody should support you, whether they like you or not, because you're necessary in what we're doing, and I appreciate it.
Thank you,
know what I'm
man. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I'm humbled. Any shout outs, brother?
Shout out my kids.
Yeah. Name them all. Name
Shout out
them.
my kids, Deja, Damien, Adrian, and Leah. I love being your dad. Shout out to First. Shout out fucking Andrew, Means. Shout out Mo, Johnny D. Shout out Tony for having me and shit. You know what I mean?
Daz,
shout
S.A.
out
Daz,
East
what
LA.
up?
Shout out the hood. Yeah.
S.A. Daz, the boss man of Spanish Fly. Shout out to S.A. Daz. What up, bro?
Hell yeah. Okay, let me give a shout out to my homegirl from Las Vegas, Kina Bina. Kina Bina.
What up?
Kina
What
Bina.
up?
Much love, much respect. Let me tell you something. She supports the Raza.
No, for sure.
That's what's up.
Kina Bina. Okay? And let me give a shout out to my boy, Tito Rodriguez, the Hood Santa from Long Beach.
Yeah.
From Long Beach in the motherfucking building. Let me give a shout out to Johnny D, a.k.a. Anton LaVey, the rapping Satanist. Let me give a shout out to Mokes, Mexican. Okay. Then I'm going to go and give a shout out to Alex Cervantes, Cervantes Enterprise. John motherfucking Elkins, the man that makes everything happen.
John motherfucking Elkins, bro.
Yes. He makes every. That guy sells pocket pussies.
You have not made it till he follows you.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Feel me?
Dick pump. Now he took over the whole dick pump.
Hey, this is
He
maniac
conquered
shit right
the
here.
dick pump industry.
Yes. Ain't no bleach. So
Hey man, motherfuckers gotta get that dough. I ain't mad
if
at
your
that.
shit is brown, go to johnmotherfuckingelkins.com.
Okay.
Order all the anal bleach, okay? Believe me.
He'll bleach it down.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You can actually even download his nudes.
Okay.
You
I'm
know,
with it.
So yeah, johnmotherfuckingelkins.com.
This is some maniac shit right here.
And other than that, let me go ahead and give a shout out to myself, okay?
For sure.
And let me give a shout out to Sabe Mommy right here.
Ooh.
Sabe Mommy.
Hey, shout out to Wicked Baby Doll. What up, shorty? I see you. I just wanted to give that shout out.
Let me go ahead and give a shout out to my homegirl, Magic Girl in the motherfucking building.
Magic Girl,
So,
what up?
So other than that, we out. See you here. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah. Friday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Freaky Tales. I got
Freaky
a
Tales.
dope guest coming in. And then Sunday, special guest. You're not gonna want to miss it. So other than that, we fucking out of here. Thank you, my brother.
We out of here. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate you,
We out of here.
Slow
The haters
Spanish.
come out tonight.
You got it